With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties. I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends of Jason Barrett.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Safdar Akbar, Emergency Medicine. Physician's Assistant Misty Hunsader, Interventional Radiology. Nurse Practitioner Elena Diggs, Urgent Care. Physician's Assistant Catherine Lee, Emergency Medicine. Psychiatrist David Marks, Family Medicine, Psychology. And Physician's Assistant Stephanie Mabey, Neurology. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you to P.O. Faulkner Park for today's EPAC showdown between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Jefferson Cougars. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis, Colin McLaughlin, along with John Alderton on camera, and Avery Newport back in the studio. Last time these two teams met, it was a victory for Jefferson, 2-1 in extra innings. A great ball game there at Jefferson, and a Cougar team that's coming off of a sweep over Morgantown, who's the number 10 team in the state. Jefferson entering as the number 1 team in the state this week, and Martinsburg, number 5. Should be another competitive ball game between these two teams.
Extremely competitive, yeah. I mean, Martinsburg had their chances last time, left a few guys on base. Got into extra innings. The home team kind of advantage there when you get to extra innings. And, of course, as Jefferson got into Martinsburg's bullpen, they were able to get a few base hits there and walk it off. So it's going to be extremely competitive game here tonight. It seems like both teams are healthy and ready to play.
On the mound tonight for Martinsburg will be the sophomore Carson Buber, a young guy that Coach Aaron Byler has a lot of faith in. And on the mound for Jefferson will be Daquan Shipe. Maybe not the guys that you typically would expect for this kind of matchup. Joe Paulson probably would have gone, but he's got a little bit of a shoulder issue. But still a really good pitching matchup. Buber has stepped up greatly for this team as a sophomore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both as you get into the second time around seeing these teams, this is Martinsburg's second time seeing Jefferson. You certainly don't want to show them Edwards a second time, and then they seen Paulson, I think 3 times last year. So, I'm not so sure if it's Paulson's injury or if it's strategy, to see what happens in the sectional or regional, that type of thing. They also have a big game tomorrow. Martinsburg does with Washington, so Buber would have to go one of those 2 nights anyway. So looks like extra day rest, maybe just kind of had an arm there. Same way with Jefferson. I think they have a good many guys available, but, not going to show Roberts again. And a similar situation there.
And you look at these 2 lineups heading in. Martinsburg has 7 of the 9 players in the lineup today batting over 300 on the season. And Jefferson's coming off of that sweep over Morgantown. It wasn't just a sweep. They scored 31 runs in 2 games. So the offense is playing at a high level at this point in the season. Yeah, both teams are hitting the ball really well here mid-season. Early in the year, we didn't have any idea exactly what Jefferson was going to do offensively, as they lost a pile of star power in that lineup. But Noah Carter hit a home run over the weekend. We know Griffin Horwitz has home run power in that lineup. So and they have speed. Coach Lowry talks about speed, and they generate runs. And of course Martinsburg, with these experienced guys coming back, the expectation was for them to hit pretty well this year, and they're living up to that expectation.
They really are living up to expectation, and both these teams, it's a huge matchup tonight and a huge matchup tomorrow for Martinsburg. 1 versus 5 in the state tonight, 5 versus 7 tomorrow in Washington. We'll get into it later. Kind of a shocker we'll talk about here later in the EPAC baseball roundup, Nick.
Yeah, we will, as this is the Cody's Body Shop countdown to first pitch. Brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. We'll take a 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will hear from the 2 teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuy here on the Cody's Body Shop pregame show. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews. We'll start with the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry Sr.
Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry Sr. Coach, coming off of a really good weekend with two quality wins over Morgantown, and they are number 10 in the state. You guys are now number 1 in the state. So how does that feel to have that ranking, even though it doesn't mean much right now, but still to get the respect early in the year?
Well, you're right. It doesn't mean much right now. That's what happens at the end of the year. And, you know, games in the middle of the season, they're playing teams are caught up with their pitching, and I'm sure that caught Morgantown a little bit in their first game, you know, with other games they have in their local area, in their section, in their conference. But Morgantown, yeah, certainly could swing the bats. And, you know, it's satisfying when you're able to have success against a program of that quality. We feel good about that, but we know that it's, you know, we got to keep getting better ourselves.
And you talk about the ability to put up runs, and your team certainly did that over the weekend, 31 runs in 2 games. Does it feel like the offense is really starting to find itself, especially Noah Carter able to go deep?
Well, we are swinging the bats a little bit better than, you know, we did early in the year, but you know, hitting's contagious, and so is the lack of it. So we just, you know, we try to approach it one game at a time, one at bat at a time, and you know, our kids had success, and they had confidence on Saturday, and we hope we can extend that to tonight. But you know, in this game, a high school game, pitching's the whole key to it. You know, if you got a guy out on the mound, and the pitcher, he can control the game, and you know, we were fortunate that you know, we were able to swing the bat and hit some, you know, some balls that, or hit some pitches I think that maybe we were hoping it would be able to hit, and we did the other night, and you know, we'll see what happens here.
And this Martinsburg team you got tonight, last time you guys played a 2-1 game, went to extra innings, was a great high school baseball game, and their lineup's been rolling as of late as well. 7 of the 9 guys they have batting today are hitting over 300. What is it going to take to get another win against Martinsburg today?
Well, again, as you said, it was a great high school baseball game the first time. You know, we've played 5 one-run games to this point, and certainly that game was one of them. And we were fortunate just to get a break at the end of that game, get a hit at the key time, or it could have gone either way. You know, a lot of respect for Martinsburg and their program. They returned a lot of players from last year. You know, they you know, a solid program, a solid team, and again, it's going to be a battle to the wire tonight, I'm sure.
And how do you think getting those close wins and playing some really good competition help prepare your team for this stretch and this part of the year as you get into a lot of conference games and eventually into sectionals and regionals?
Well, I think when you play close games and you know, when you come up against that situation again, you know, it's a situation you've already been in, and it helps you to be more relaxed and just approach it one pitch at a time and see what happens. Just like the play we just saw. I mean, you can't control everything that happens. We get a runner on first in a tie game here on a JV game, hit a ball square on the nose, and their shortstop makes a great leaping catch. So that's the beauty of this game. You never know what's going to happen. You never know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. And you just got to play it one pitch at a time. You got to break it down to its lowest common denominator, and that's the pitch, and try to play it one pitch at a time. And that's the challenge to get high school kids to understand that.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, coming off of a win over Hedgesville on Friday, and it started with your pitching, and also the offense was there when you needed it to be. So really complete team win for you guys. What did you take away from that one?
Yeah, I thought Caleb Edwards threw really, really well. He's kind of established himself as our number one right now. I didn't think our bats were as good as they could have been, but I thought we got a couple clutch hits and kind of did just enough to get the win.
Heading into this game, talk about the offense a little bit on the year. 7 of the 9 batters you have in the lineup tonight are hitting 300 or better, and you have a young pitcher against a pretty experienced and talented Jefferson team on the mound today. So how do you think your offense needs, or how important is it for your offense to get going early to give Boober the confidence on the mound?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to score some runs if we want to win tonight. Carson Boober is a guy that we got a lot of faith in. It's going to be a big stage for a sophomore. But if there's a kid on the team that I think can do it, it's probably Carson. We just have to make sure we have a good approach to the plate, make sure we get ourselves in hitters' counts, and make sure we get guys over, make sure we don't make any outs on the bases, and we're going to have to play clean. I mean, they're the number 1 ranked team in the state for a reason, and we're going to have to play really well.
Are you surprised at all how well he's stepped up for you? And I know Joe Paulson's been dealing with a little bit of an injury, so he probably would get this start tonight, but he's going to have to step up for you tonight.
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, Carson's a kid that works really, really hard. Got a lot of faith in him. Joe's arm is getting better, and hopefully he'll be able to go tomorrow night. Carson gets the ball tonight. We got all the faith in the world in Carson. Hopefully we can put a couple runs up and give him that run support behind him.
And this is the middle of a stretch against 3 of the top teams in the EPAC, and then on Friday you'll have Spring Mills, which is always a challenge. So right now, is that kind of important time where you're going to need your pitchers against some of the other teams in your conference?
Yeah, it is. I mean, our pitchers are going to have to throw strikes. They're going to have to get ahead of hitters. They're going to have to limit the walks. We're going to have to play defense behind them. It's a very tough stretch. I mean, tonight's probably the biggest matchup in the state with 1 versus 5, and tomorrow night might be the biggest matchup in the state with 5 versus 7. And it doesn't get any easier on Friday when you play Spring Mills. But as I told you guys before and told our team, this is kind of where we see what we're made of and how good we really are. So we're looking forward to it.
And Jefferson is arguably playing their best baseball right now. Just swept Morgantown on Saturday, scored 24 runs in that first game. So what kind of stands out to you about them? I mean, you guys had a great battle the first time but came up a little bit short. So what will you have to do tonight to be on the other side of that?
Well, they're a very quality baseball team. They're ranked number 1 for a reason. They do all the little things right. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively, so Carson's going to have to make sure that he holds runners. We're going to have to make sure that we don't give him any free bases. He's going to have to make sure he gets ahead of hitters. It's going to be fun. We're really looking forward to it. Like I told you, we got all the faith in the world in Carson, and I think our guys are going to be up for the challenge.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
As those were our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. All right, we'll now get into our EPAC baseball roundup. Spencer, we already have one final from the Washington game, and it's an upset.
Yeah, it is a huge upset as Musselman knocks off Washington 5-3. It was a great game on the mound for Stevens from Musselman. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. Hartman came in and he went 2/3 of an inning and struck out both batters in that inning. Just an overall great game there. Getting the win 5-3 there. And upsetting Washington, who will be here tomorrow, was ranked number 7 coming in. You'd have to think that with that loss, and if they lose to Martinsburg yesterday, they fall out of the top 10. But, I mean, it'll be a challenge tomorrow, obviously. They don't want to lose back-to-back games. And then elsewhere around the EPAC, there's a couple other games going on. Hedgesville is in Williamsport, Maryland, to take on Williamsport. That was a 5 p.m. start, so I don't know if it's on Game Changer. Haven't checked yet. But that is it elsewhere around the EPAC tonight.
So that right there, that creates a situation now where when you look at the EPAC conference as of April 10, you had Washington at 4-0, Jefferson at 3-1, Martinsburg at 3-1. Jefferson wins this game, that puts them at 4-1, and Washington at 4-1 puts Martinsburg at 3-2. But if Martinsburg were to win this game, that would put Jefferson with a loss. Washington has a loss. And if Martinsburg wins tomorrow, then you're looking at a 3-way, a tie there as far as just how you see it. Each team beating each other. So that would just kind of lead up to the rest of the year and how things play out at the second Washington game with Martinsburg and Jefferson Washington game as to how that thing ends up getting seeded. Now you've got Musselman at 3-2 that are chasing their way to the top. And, they're coming up. So really tightens things up now, as we move forward. Makes these games a lot more important for seeding.
And I do have an update with Hedgesville. They're on top of Williamsport 9-2, top of the 6th inning, so they're cruising right now.
All right, those are your EPAC baseball roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball, and we will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups. It's West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuy here on the broadcast. And we'll get into your starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And Trip, you want to give those starting lineups?
Sure. So for Jefferson, You have the catcher leading off, Connor Bailey. Playing right field, batting 2 is Ryan Hefner. Playing third base is Griffin Horowitz. Batting the 3-hole. Doing your cleanup is Wabnitz in center field. Sammy Roberts is DHing for Matt Vickers in left. Shipe is pitching tonight. Daquan Shipe hitting for himself in the 6-hole. Playing first base, Noah Carter. Your second baseman, Cian Fuegos. And your shortstop is Kellen Kinsler tonight. For Martinsburg, leading off, playing shortstop, number 3, Hudson Clement. Playing left field, number 4, Landon Sifford. Batting 3 for Martinsburg, and playing first base, number 14, Isaiah Morris. Doing the DHing tonight, number 27, Caleb Edwards. And he is hitting for his freshman, getting a start at second base, and that is Oviedo. Going to pitching tonight, sophomore, number 5, Carson Buber. At third base, in the 6 holes, number 10, Mike Lupus. Playing right field tonight, number 32, Joe Paulson. Doing your catching tonight, number 8, Matthew Osanovich. And rounding out the lineup, back in the lineup, glad to see Jordan Canby back in there. He's playing center field, number 7, Jordan Canby.
All right, thank you, Tripp. And we'll now get into our weather, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. A beautiful night here at P.O. Faulkner Park. A good crowd on hand as well. 67 degrees and sunny. Expected to drop into the mid to low 50s as the game goes on. And a slight chance of rain after the game, but during the game we should be good on that front, just about a 15% chance. That is your weather. And we will take our final 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, Tripp, do you want to give your thought of the game first before we do that?
Thought of the game? Well, I believe that, you spoke earlier about the pitching. I believe that Daquan and Carson Boober are both very capable of throwing great games here tonight, but they're up against 2 really good offenses. And I think you're going to see, Nick, you're going to have your hands full, like I said earlier, doing a little bit of play-by-play, because I think the ball's going to get in play tonight. And as we've seen in the Hedgesville game the other night when they took the loss, they left too many base runners on. And I think tonight it's going to come down to free bases and who leaves the base runners on base. If you can capitalize when those base runners do get on base, then you put numbers on the board. You're going to put pressure on the other team, of course. But if you leave those base runners on, you're going to see, as the game we did over the weekend Saturday with Martinsburg and Hedgesville, that it'll come back to haunt you. So it's going to be about scoring runs when you get the opportunity tonight.
It definitely will be really an offensive game, I think, opposed to that first game, which was more of a pitching duel. That was earlier in the year. Now the bats have started to heat up. So we'll see how this one comes, or what decides this ball game. But we will take now that final 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will have first pitch, and we will begin to find the answers to what kind of decides this ball game. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 3 minutes.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, the Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, Trip Tobin here on the broadcast. Colin McLaughlin and John Allerton on camera. And back in the studios, Avery Newport. We have a few minutes before the national anthem. So we got Trip's thoughts on the game. What if we go to Spencer's Star Watch for tonight?
I think it's got to be Carson Buber on the mound. I think that'd be great to see him match up against one of the best teams, or the best team ranked currently in the state. And I think looking at Jefferson's side, I want to see that battle between Buber and Horowitz. I think that's going to be a great battle at the plate tonight. Those are two of my guys to watch tonight.
And you mentioned Buber on the mound, but also a guy that's had some success with his bat, batting .381 on this season. And Griffin Horowitz, we talked about his power and ability in that 3-hole, a .319 hitter, along with 18 RBIs this season. So definitely going to be a key out for this Martinsburg team to get tonight as the two teams' lineups are being announced. The Bulldogs will come out tonight in the black jerseys with the orange outline on the numbers and white pants along with the black hat and the orange Martinsburg logo. Jefferson in the gray away uniforms with the burgundy maroon red numbers and letters on the chest and the back, and the white outline, and the maroon hats with the Jefferson logo. So we will take now a 90-second break. On the other side of that break, we will have first pitch between Martinsburg and Jefferson. The Cougars winning game 1 2-1. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties. I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends of Jason Barrett.
What?
The numbers.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Versally, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here as we get set for first pitch. The Jefferson Cougars enter this game at 12-1 on the season, and Martinsburg coming in at 11-2. Tomorrow, Washington will travel here. We'll have that game for you. Carson Buber on the mound for the Bulldogs. Buber, a sophomore, being put in a tough situation against a Jefferson team that scored 31 runs in its 2 games against Morgantown this past weekend. And a high-powered offense. Leading off for the Cougars will be Connor Bailey, followed by Ryan Hefner, Griffin Horowitz, Sam Wabnitz, Sammy Roberts, DHing for Matt Vickers, Daquan Shipe, Noah Carter, Cienfuegos at second. He'll bat 8th, and then rounding out the lineup will be the shortstop, Kinsler. That is, once again, your starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to call or who to trust with your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. So Buber, a big test tonight, as this is obviously a conference game, 2 of the best teams in the state.
I mean, Buber, we have to think about one thing. Also we talked about, base runners left on base, but what I was talking about, free bases as well. Is Martinsburg's defense has to play better than it played against Hedgesville with those 4 errors, a couple of ground. I know the ground was wet, the ball was wet, and those types of things, but still, the ball's going to get put in play tonight. Buber's a sophomore. He's going to throw to contact. He's not going to have, huge, 10, 12, 13 strikeout numbers, I don't believe. So the defense is going to have to play tonight and going to have to clean up those errors. And with those rainouts, you didn't get a whole lot of infield practice, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
So Bailey will dig in, and Buber delivers his first pitch, and that one misses outside for a ball. The first pitch is brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040. Next pitch is in there on the inside corner for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count on Bailey.
See Bailey being patient, being a leadoff guy, seeing some pitches. He's back in the back of the box here, just getting an eye on the baseball, timing it up.
1-1 is hit up the middle for a base hit for Bailey. Right back at Buber. He couldn't react in time, had to get out of the way. And a leadoff single for the catcher.
Yeah, he hit it right back up the middle on the pitching side, not the glove side. If it's on the glove side, it might hit it right in the glove because it went right by his belt buckle there. And now you got speed on the bases. And so we'll start to already see, some of this offensive chaos that these two teams create for each other's defense.
Hefner coming to the plate now with a runner on first, top of the first inning. That one missing inside for ball 1. Hefner batting .324 this season, 7 RBIs.
Pretty good lead here. Might be trying to get
throw over and not in time as Buber tried to check Bailey at first.
If you're going to give Asanovich a chance to throw Bailey out, Asanovich, Martinsburg's catcher, that is, if he's going to have a chance to throw the speedster Bailey out, Buber's going to have to do a really good job being quick to the plate and holding him as well.
Pretty good lead for Bailey over there at first. Buber delivers the next pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1 count on Hefner.
It looks like the early, the early approach here is to take till you get a strike. Make Buber throw the ball across the plate to see what he's got, see if he shows any of his other pitches.
Next, another throw over there, and Bailey slides in safely.
It's a great job by the sophomore. Like I said, he understands the speed there, and you standing out there. Leadoff hits happen, base runners get on, but pitchers become pitchers. You can tell when they're actually pitchers when base runners get on.
Buber delivers the 1-1, hit off the inside part of the bat, might even hit Hefner as he doesn't even run down the first and looks to be in some pain. And it will be an easy out for Martinsburg, but unfortunately Hefner very slow to get up here. That pitch was well inside. I'm not certain.
I'm not sure where it got him at, but he certainly has
it looks like the knee.
Maybe hit him right off the knee, or he twisted his knee in that turf.
Yeah.
But I think the ball got. I don't think the ball hit it. I think it's just he got it in that turf there, and as he made the ball was inside, and he kind of hit hard off his front foot, if you understand that, and then he just the ball ran in. He got it off the handle, and as he kind of locked his feet up or locked his front leg up. As he took off, I think he must have dug into that turf. And it looks like he may have twisted that knee, maybe. Have to get a report down there. Have to send Spencer down for a report on that.
Yeah, I don't know how much information he'd be able to get, but
I'd be able to get on there.
Definitely would be worth a try. As Hefner able to, once he got into the dugout, kind of walk it off on his own. So hopefully he is okay because a big part of this team.
So he did move the runner up. The play was at first. Good play by Hudson there, I believe, as the ball got past the pitcher over to Hudson, threw on the run. Actually picked it up and was going to throw in the run, understanding there was no batter. He tossed it across. No runner, excuse me, as Hefner went down the box.
Upon watching the replay, it looked like when he stepped up after the hit, he twisted his leg. There's no contact with the ball.
So Griffin Horowitz will dig in, 419 hitter on the year, 18 RBIs, and he takes the first pitch high and inside for ball one. Bailey now standing down at second with one away here in the first inning, and Horowitz will take that one outside. So he gets ahead 2-0, and obviously a guy you got to be careful with, but you don't want this hitter's count situation with a runner in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch to Horowitz, he takes a big cut on a pitch inside.
That ball actually hit him, I believe, on the helmet on the foul.
Yeah, the umpire quickly calling time after that.
I really believe that ball hit him on the helmet as he swung. Can you see that on the replay? He swung, and that ball was running up and in.
It did look like it, yeah.
Unless I'm crazy.
Runner takes his lead off second. Buber looks him back, now delivers the pitch, and it's right down the middle for strike number 2.
And that's huge, being down a 2-0 count now to get that count evened up and get Horowitz out of that hitter's count, as you said. As they get in those ad counts, these guys get really aggressive, and Buber's done a good job by painting the corner there.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bailey leads off second. The pitch hit hard on the ground toward third, but it will go foul.
Yeah, just foul there. If that ball's 2 foot to the right and catches the bag there, Connor Bailey scoring easily. Good arm out there and left. As Sifford, we've seen Sifford earlier this year a couple times make some really good throws to the plate. So if Griffin hits the ball hard enough, there could be a play here. Should he get it out there to left field?
2-2 count, 1 out in the inning. Runner on second. The pitch to Horowitz just misses outside.
A little
for
high,
ball 3.
Yeah, ball 3 there. That was a really good pitch. Buber's done a nice job by not cutting the middle of that plate. Staying on that belt high there, moving that ball around in and out and changing their eye levels.
So the 3-2 pitch from Buber. Horowitz sends it on the ground towards second. A diving effort by Oviato, but it goes underneath his glove, and Bailey will score easily from second. Jefferson takes the early 1-0 lead here at Martinsburg.
Beautiful. Almost the same play same pitch that was hit by Bailey, except he went on the right side of Carson Buber. The freshman made a great attempt to get dirty. You'll hear coaches yell when there's a man on second, dirt ball, get dirty, keep it in front, all kinds of different things. Keep it on the infield. If he keeps it on the infield and you get first and third, it's still a hit, but the run doesn't score. So Oviedo did his job there, all he could do to try to keep it on the dirt.
That pitch missing. Just outside and a little high for ball 1 to Sam Wabinitz. You'll take that too. You get the ground ball if you're Carson Buber.
Yeah.
But just a tough ground ball to get to for the second baseman. That pitch hits the zone for strike 1. 1-1 count here on Wabnitz.
So you hear some coaches say, this is a belly play, meaning get on your belly to keep that ball in the dirt, and he certainly did that. Look at his black jersey out there is now full of infield dust all through the belly.
Wabnitz batting .355 this season, 14 RBIs, a check on the runner at first, and Horowitz dives back in safely.
Did a nice job disengaging the rubber. Neil Riemenschneider out there in the B position, keep an eye on the balk there.
1-1 count. Wabnitz takes a big cut on this one, sends it into shallow center. Canby is under it for out number 2.
Canby out there, really good to see Canby back. Missed a Hedgeville game, got dinged up in the batting cage. Actually, we got clarification that he was directly beside Carson Buber in the other batting cage, and Buber actually caught the ball off the end of the bat, and it went directly sideways just as Canby was bending over in a fluke accident and caught him right in the nose. So really glad he's out there and doing well and healthy and playing. Didn't miss many games at all from that. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely been a big contributor as the runner takes off, pitch inside on Roberts. A third down from Asanovich, and it hit Roberts anyway, so that did not matter, but a hit by a pitch. And Jefferson now advances runners to first and second.
Not the worst thing that could happen, because I believe he had the base stolen easily because the ball was in and held Asanovich up. So, that would have put, 1-0 count with Roberts up and Griffin in scoring position. Now you're dealing with Shipe, who's doesn't put up the average quite that Roberts is, plus you have the force in play. So, not a terrible thing to happen there.
Shipe fouls that one away. Yeah, Shipe batting .294 this year with 5 RBIs. Roberts .440, 14 RBIs. So, while still a dangerous hitter at the plate, not the same type of hitter compared to Roberts, at least so far this season. 0-1 count, and that pitch, breaking ball, nice one in there for strike number 2.
Here's a situation where if Buber can get Shipe out here, getting his brain a little bit, because he's the starting pitcher, if you can get the strikeout or whatever, it can certainly play on his psyche.
The 0-2 just misses a little high and inside for ball 1. Try to throw that same pitch, it looked like.
And for Buber, you really want to get out of this runners on first and second situation. Already up to what's about to be 18th pitch so far here today.
Runners on first and second for Jefferson. Top of the first inning, 1-0 lead. The pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Daquan Shipe goes down, and Martinsburg holds just 1 run to come across. 2 runners left on base for the Cougars. We'll head to the bottom of the first. We're back in 60 seconds. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg. The Jefferson Cougars take the 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Bottom of the first, Bulldogs coming to the plate. Daquan Shipe doing the pitching today for Jefferson, and the batters he'll face in the Martinsburg lineup, led by the shortstop leading off, number 3, Hudson Clement. Landon Sifford will follow him. Isaiah Morris in the 3-hole, batting 4th. Caleb Edwards batting 5th. Carson Buber batting 6th. Michael Lupus batting 7th. Joe Paulson batting 8th is Matt Asanovich, and rounding out the lineup is Canby, the center fielder. Those are, once again, your starting lineups, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Hudson Clement leading things off, and can't get a much better bat than him right now, batting .561 on the year with 10 RBIs in that leadoff hole.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of speed there. He showed his speed there in the Hedgeville game. As the game wore on, he was able to get on base, steal some bases, and create some offense for Martinsburg.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Just got that outside corner.
It's going to be interesting. Shipe needs to be, he stay positive after that offensive, after striking out, to go back out and throw that away, and just come in and pitch his game and do his job tonight.
Next one high for a ball on Clement. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-0 Jefferson here in the bottom of the first inning.
Hey, Nick, you're a good predictor. You predicted it'd be Shipe.
Yeah.
If they're not even looking at everything. It's like, it's probably going to be Shipe.
That one hits off the plate. Well, I knew Sammy Roberts had pitched on Saturday, so that eliminated him. And Shipe is usually their number 2 guy, depending on how they're feeling. As Coach Lowry Sr. will come out and speak to Daquan Shipe after that pitch hit off the plate to make it a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And we see this a lot. Coach Lowry with the early mound visit.
Yeah, just come out, settle them down a little bit, just make sure you can get out of the inning.
See that a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
He comes out early when he sees something wrong. They don't have a problem at all, going out really early and getting that first mound visit and see how they feel and just try to settle them down, find something in his mechanics. Generally, if it's the mechanics, Coach Cross would go out, so it might be more of a mental thing here or an approach thing that Coach Lowry didn't like. Just wanted to go out, I think, let them know.
And usually it works. Usually they turn it around and pitch pretty well after that. So Shipe's next pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
Probably went out and said, hey, we're going to score some runs tonight. Throw to contact. Don't try to get too cute here. Don't show too many pitches first time through the lineup. Things like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here on Hudson Clement, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Clement out in front of that pitch.
It put a smile on Daquan's face. You like to see that. Other than now on the mound, certainly not a positive for Hudson. But after, these two are going to battle all night. Hudson get another shot out of it here, but Martinsburg, needs to get after Shipe early. But if he gets to cruising, watch out. If he can start feeling it, he's a feel-good kind of pitcher, and still got some youth in him, of course. I think he's just a junior, so see how he fares after that strikeout.
Sifford coming to the plate. He'll take that first pitch for strike 1. Sifford's cooled off a little bit, but still swinging a good bat at 289, 14 RBIs this season for the left fielder. He'll dig in with an 0-1 count, and big swing and miss for strike 2.
Yeah, that pace he was on early in the year, he was the games we were doing, he was beating the wall up out there in left center and right center, doubles, a couple, triple. He was extra base hit, and he was hitting it hard.
He had a few near home runs as he fouls this pitch off away to keep the count at no balls and 2 strikes.
So you see that was 0-2, and he didn't get real cute with a throwaway pitch, whatever. So more than likely, and this is just a guess, but Coach John Lowry went out and said, hey, throw to contact, keep the pitch count down, make the defense play for you.
That one misses outside and low for ball 1. And they're seeing if he went around, if it was a drop third strike. But
yeah, so smart.
Umpire says no.
So Daquan throws a pitch, a little bit of a check swing from Landon, got past the catcher. Connor Bailey back there, come off the backstop. Coach Lowry's yelling to throw it the first and get the check. He threw it the first in case he did go around, got the check. So we're at 1-2 now.
Let's go, DQ. 1-0 lead for Jefferson here in the bottom of the first, and Sifford strikes out that time, swinging back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game for Daquan Shipe.
And Shipe, obviously, whatever Coach Lowry Sr. came out and told him, he went right to his head and was like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, when you don't have to get, real cute with your pitching. And, we seen Ruest the other night, he was painting corners, young defense behind him, trying to get a lot of soft contact, and that's what you want. But early in the game, you got a 1-run lead. You don't want to put base runners on, by walking base runners. Make them hit the baseball.
So first pitch to Isaiah Morris misses inside for ball 1. 1-0 count on the lefty. He'll take that pitch low for ball 2. Morris batting .314 this season, 17 RBIs coming into this one. Has that bright orange bat as he digs back in on a 2-0 count with 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. A 1-0 lead for Jefferson. The pitch to Morris is outside for ball 3.
Just missing there. Morris in a good spot here. Down a run, 3-0, 2 outs. Likely a take situation here. Try to get your number 4 guy up, or get to a 3-1 count, an ad count that you can set on a fastball.
Pitch from Shipe paints that outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now on Isaiah Morris, the lefty, digging back in for the Bulldogs as the lights come on here at P.O. Faulkner Park. A beautiful night for baseball, and that one misses low for ball 4, and Morris is on with 2 outs, and Caleb Edwards coming to the plate.
Edwards had a couple of big hits in that Hedgesville game, but he threw the ball, unbelievably from the mound. Of course, not eligible tonight after going that length of, going to max pitches, needing a 4-day rest, or maybe even 5, or longer, see how he feels. But offensively, he was a big cog in that victory as well. So just getting the lineup turned over.
Edwards takes the first pitch for ball 1. Caleb on the season batting .414 for the Bulldogs, 15 RBIs, which is tied for the lead, or tied for second on the team. Morris leading the team in RBI so far this season. The 1-0 pitch, Edwards takes that one for strike 1. Looked a little low from our angle, but appeared to just be at the knees.
I think you want to see Connor Bailey back there, the ability to certainly win a few strikes there for Shipe with his receiving.
That one, Edwards swings and misses for strike 2. So Morris down at first for the Bulldogs. A 1-2 count on Edwards. A 1-0 lead for Jefferson here in the bottom of the first inning. With 2 outs, Edwards will dig back in and await the 1-2. The pitch from Shipe. Got him looking for strike 3. So not a bad first inning at all for Daquan Shipe. 3 strikeouts and facing 4 batters. Led to the second, 1-0 Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Who wants to see the thing go around and look at the lineup? Is that possible?
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Versley, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here. Colin McLaughlin, John Alderton on camera. And back in the studios, Avery Newport. Noah Carter will lead things off for Jefferson, who leads 1-0 here in the second inning. Top of the second. Boober back on the mound for the Bulldogs. And Carter will take this first pitch for strike 1. Carter, go ahead, Trip.
I say he had a pretty good weekend, against Morgantown. We know he did go deep one time and had multiple hits in those games.
He will take that pitch for strike 2. Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. So. Also hitting .381 this season, 10 RBIs. He had the walk-off to beat Martinsburg when they played the first time. And he takes that one looking for strike 3. 3 pitches. And Carter goes down with the strikeout, the second of the game for Carson Buber.
Really starting to become a pitcher's duel here tonight, Nick.
Yeah, opposite of what we said pregame, so they're making us liars. We said they probably wouldn't put up, big 10, 12 strikeout numbers, but they're already, 3/4 there.
Well, that kind of goes back to what we did mention, how for Jefferson, they probably haven't seen Boober a lot of these guys. That one is a strike.
Starting to see Boober show curveball, pitching a little bit backwards now. The second inning.
Next pitch is fouled away by Cienfuegos.
Cienfuegos plays pretty smooth out there at second. Smaller stature, very athletic. Where's that number 16? We've seen him with some speed. Doesn't hit a lot of extra base hits. Does a nice job down in that spot in the lineup in the 8-hole.
Takes that one high for a ball. Yeah, his batting only 176, but does have 6 RBIs for this team. And as you mentioned, when he does find a way on base, is able to be a good base runner for this team. That one just misses inside, nearly hit him on a breaking ball.
Coach Lauer kind of turned his back, probably thinking, that curveball, son, you need to wear that one. We need you on base anyway at all. He kind of curveball, something you generally just kind of turn on, let it hit you. He jumped out of the way there a bit.
The 2-2 pitch from Boober, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Carson Boober, dating back to last inning.
What did I just say, Nick? Coming to pitcher's duel here tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've talked about how Boober is a sophomore, so not the guy that they maybe expected. Paulson's been a guy that they've seen over the years. Edwards they obviously faced last time, and I'm not certain how much Shipe has pitched against these guys as a junior. So that one high for ball 1 on Kinsler.
And getting notification here from Game Changer, Hedgesville gets the 12-3 victory over Williamsport of Maryland tonight. I believe it's 9-3 now for the Eagles.
9-4, I believe.
So that
9-4, you're right.
So we're getting to see Boober from the booth here, and you can definitely see some run on his fastball, and that's what's making him successful here. His ball's not flat by any means, and it runs in on the right-handed hitters, as you've seen with Horowitz earlier. We've seen it when Kinsler went down. He come off he creates some soft contact. You get in on that handle on those right-handers. Keep it off the sweet spot of the bat.
The 2-1 pitch to Kinsler is outside for ball 3. Not a guy you want to walk. Kinsler has struggled at the plate this season. Under 100 batting average, coming in .71 on the year. But is a really good defensive player for this Jefferson team, and he does draw the walk. And has good speed when he does reach base as well. So back to the top of the order. And
that's just the cardinal sin here, as you have 2 outs and your number 9 guy up, and you turn the lineup over to the top. You had Jefferson where you wanted him. Nobody on, 2 outs, number 9 guy. Not necessarily the number 9 guy's a good hitter, but he's generally a good on-base guy. He's generally a good speedster, and he's there for a reason. He's sort of the second lead-off, they call it. So it just creates issues when you give that guy a free base with 2 outs.
Boober will throw over and check on Kinsler down there at first. And something also to note, Boober with 34 pitches so far here in the second inning.
And that's what I mentioned earlier in the first inning. I said he was going up on 17.
And now a throw over gets away from Morris. Kinsler will advance to second easily.
You got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. So, you got to keep him close. You don't want him stealing that base, of course, but you certainly don't want to give it up that way either. So not necessarily do you give the A move over there. You kind of more work on the hitter. Even though, Bailey's hitting 400, he's got a base hit here. He's still 6 out of 10 times, he's not getting a hit. So they're just going to put him on. It's probably a smart move as Hefner has come out, and they have number 27 in for Hefner.
And Riley Morgan coming to the plate.
Getting a pitcher, and going to go talk to the pitcher as well.
Okay.
Come on, Spencer. This is you.
It's not a pitching stand, it's a mound
visit.
Oh,
no, it's a visit, yeah. It's a trip floor standing mound visit, isn't it?
I guess so.
I guess. You're here, so you can call it whatever you want. We're not paying you.
Well, not whatever you want. This is like 6 or 7 words you can't call it.
You're right, yeah.
Well, again, after he walked the number 9 guy, and he throws what appeared to be the ball in the dirt there, he's got himself in a little bit of an issue, which just a few pitches ago was 2 outs and nobody on. Now it's 2 outs, number 2 hitter up with men on first and second. But Morgan is been substituted in for Hefner.
And first pitch missing high and inside on Riley Morgan. Morgan on the year batting .200 this season. as a substitute, usually a pinch runner, has just 5 at-bats, so that 200 really doesn't tell you much.
We've seen him inserted at times when Jefferson needed a hit, and he got it.
Morgan, a big swing and a miss there for strike one.
Came in the last meeting, I believe, and got a base hit for Hefner. Hit for Hefner, then the Hefner went right back in and ran for him. So, not sure they're giving up much offense when they bring this fella in.
Morgan takes that pitch inside for a ball, and Uber, after 3 straight strikeouts, looked to be in the zone, but that walk, and now 2 runners on, and a little bit off his game. A 2-1 count here on Riley Morgan with 2 outs in the inning, a 1-0 lead for Jefferson. The pitch from Buber, fouled away. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Morgan was on that pitch, straight back. Just missed it. He stayed back on it. It was a ball away. Kind of stayed back. Like he was going to send that to the right side as he just fouled it off.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Morgan. The pitch is outside for ball 3. A 3-2 count now on Riley Morgan. With Griffin Horowitz due up, if you can get to Horowitz after the way this inning started with bases loaded.
Yeah, that was a 2-2 curveball that was meant to just miss, not force Riley to swing the bat, but it was too far out.
The 3-2 misses outside for ball 4. So Morgan reaches on the walk, and the bases are loaded for Griffin Horowitz.
Got word that Hefner hurt himself slightly in the Morgantown game, twisted that knee a bit, so that could be the reason that he went down here just as he turned on that pitch that came running inside. So I'm not sure the injury actually happened here. Maybe it was aggravated here as well. So
re-aggravated it, yep.
And he did walk off once he got into the dugout as Horowitz lifts this one into right center field, but Paulson is under it in right for out number 3. So Buber strands the Cougars with 3 base runners left on base. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. Still just a 1-0 lead for Jefferson. It's West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis here. 1-0 Jefferson over Martinsburg in the bottom of the second inning. It will be Buber, Lupus, and Paulson due up for the Bulldogs, trailing Jefferson 1-0. Buber has done a nice job on the mound this season as a sophomore and also hitting the ball well. 381 batting average for him, along with 14 RBIs. But Shipe, 3 strikeouts in that first inning and 1 walk, so he starts Buber with a strike on the inside.
And something I was going to say right before that last pitch of the last inning was all he needed was 1 pitch, and that was the pitch that he got. He got out of the inning.
There's a pitch that misses outside for ball 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike on Buber.
I was a little bit surprised, Horowitz with his power in his bat, ability to hit the ball in the gaps, but still Buber being missing a strike zone there, having 2 walks, the intentional walk, that he didn't take that pitch.
That one hits the zone for strike number 2, so 1-2 count on Buber. Shipe rolling early on against this Martinsburg offense. The pitch from Shipe misses outside for a ball, 2-2 count.
The pitchers, when they're out there, we watch them everywhere but in Martinsburg. When they throw a strike, you jump back up on the mound and throw a ball. They kind of do some moundscaping out there, but with this turf, there's not much they can blame it on.
Huber fouls that one away. Looked like he was going to miss inside, but could have been a curveball that breaks it there at the last second.
It was a curveball that was thrown at the batter, meant to break to the plate. Buber stayed back on it and just fought it off with all he had, and it went off the handle there and went back into the Martinsburg dugout area. Looks like Coach Zeke made a nice play over there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Carson Buber. The righty digs back in, sends this one into center field, and that will get down for the first Martinsburg hit here in the second inning.
So I wonder if they're going to run for him, as the generally runs for himself, but yeah, they're going to run for him with Grove. Go ahead and get the pitcher back in, rested. Last inning, you've seen Connor Bailey run for himself as the catcher with all that speed.
So this runner is courtesy of Jason Barrett for State Senate, the conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties. And that is Grove now taking over down there at first base. He'll run for the pitcher Carson Buber, and Michael Lupus will now come to the plate. Lupus had a nice game on Friday against Jefferson, batting .368 this season with 7 RBIs. And we'll see if Grove takes off, and he'll dive back in safely, as now Shipe has a runner to worry about down there at first with some good speed. Morris was on earlier with the walk, but not a guy that you really have to worry about stealing. Shipe delivers this pitch. Lupus squares around a bunt, and it goes foul. A guy that we also saw bunt a lot earlier in this season.
I wonder if he was going to bunt there. Now, now that he's given away that, he might get taken off. You generally want to put it down the first pitch, but also, if it's a clear bunt situation, if Coach Ballard feels like it's, we got to get this run across, get on the board, then he'll bunt again.
Throw over to first is not in time.
I don't think it's any surprise that he was going to bunt there. Sometimes you can catch him off guard a little bit, but this, this looks like a bunt situation, at least on the first pitch.
Horwitz in on the ground, and it's a bunt right back toward the pitcher, Shipe, who throws the first for the safe out. Runner does advance to second, and Grove.
So you had the Jefferson did a nice job on that as well. It was a nice job to get the bunt down right back to the pitcher. Might have had a play at first base had he turned, but he took the safe play. But when Horowitz seen it wasn't going to be his bunt, he ran back and recovered, covering third. As the middle infielders kind of shuffled to the second and first base as the first baseman come charging as well. So nice job on defense there to cover that up and to make that play and possibly get the other play. But a great job by Lupus. Sometimes when you miss the first one, you kind of lose your confidence, but he got the bunt down, did his job.
Paulson takes the first pitch inside for ball one. Joe Paulson expected to be the starter tomorrow, depending on how he feels against Washington. Paulson hitting .333 this year with 5 RBIs. Grove leading off of second base, and Paulson fouls that one away.
Spoke with him prior to the game, said he's feeling good, said the shoulder was a little locked up. Went to the doctor just to make sure nothing major. They kind of give a couple little adjustments there, but somewhere along the line he got a little tightened up there. But said he's feeling really well, stretched it out, long tossing, and so Max expect him to go tomorrow.
1-1 count, 1 away, 1-0 lead for Jefferson. Paulson takes that one for strike 2. Good pitch on that outside corner from Daquan Shipe.
Paulson following the ball in, shaking his head. I see it. It was a strike. So he's seeing the baseball. He looks like a hitter up there, not a pitcher only.
1-2 count, 1 out. The pitch to Paulson is fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes still. 1-0 lead for Jefferson here at P.O. Faulkner Park. The pitch, a foul ball as Paulson fouls it. It also looks like it hit him.
Got him on the instep there. Ball was kind of moving in, similar to the one that the Buber pushed over into the dugout there earlier. Folded off, hit it off the instep, walked it off a little bit, telling Coach Ballard, I'm fine, shaking his head, he's ready to hit.
Still it's a good battle here from Paulson. Get that pitch count up a little bit on Shipe. Now up to 33 pitches on this pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Paulson on a nasty curveball.
Yeah, initially, I mean, from up here we can kind of see the batter, and Paulson locked and loaded, kind of got on his front foot a little bit on the curveball. I mean, looking for a fastball, but I thought he was going to hit it because he stayed back, and then he just swung through it.
So I'll bring the number 8 hitter, the catcher, Matt Asanovich, to the plate. Runner takes his lead off second, and Asanovich fouls it away, hit off the catcher's mask.
Umpire's going to take a little walk, give him a chance to reshuffle the deck back there and get settled back in. Looks like Connor's no worse for the wear. Got off the helmet.
Asanovich has been good in these situations. While he is only batting .212 heading in, he has 15 RBIs, which is tied for second on the team. So
had the second baseman a little out of play. He thought that might have been a pickoff.
Next one is fouled away again by Asanovich into the netting. Fouled straight back, and Grove
into your living room.
Yeah, come right
It just messed up our cam.
Well, messed it up. We don't get the good shot of Jeff's backside now.
0-2 count.
Jeff, the umpire, that is.
Grove leading off a second. Asanovich pokes this one into right field. And right there is Riley Morgan for out number 3. So the Dogs strand a runner on second. We'll head to the third inning, 1-0 Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg as Cougars coming to the plate. Jefferson leading 1-0 in this ball game over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Carson Buber on the mound for Martinsburg, and coming to the plate for Jefferson this inning, Sam Wabnitz, Sammy Roberts, and Daquan Shipe due up.
Yeah, Jefferson had an opportunity last inning to get that lead, into double or to more than to multiple runs, and had Horwitz swing at the very first pitch. Base was loaded there and left 3 runners on base, so that's 5 they left on in 2 innings. So Buber has put out that fire twice now, but got himself in a little trouble after that number 9 hitter walk, and it turned into a bases loaded 2-out situation that he got out of.
Buber so far now 42 pitches. Wabnitz at the plate working himself to a 2 balls and no strikes count. The 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1 at the knees.
You're seeing that movement, if you can see it on the camera, that's down here. He has movement on that fastball. It does run arm side to the, into the right-handed hitters.
The 2-1 pitch is lined into right field. That will get down for a Wabnitz single. And Jefferson has the lead runner on to begin this third inning.
Stayed back on that pitch. We've seen Wabnitz go that way a couple times this year when we had their games. He's sort of a kind of between the alleys kind of hitter, which generally gets you a pretty good average, on the year when you're not trying to pull everything and rolling over a lot. So, plus he has speed out there.
Yeah, throw over to keep him in check down there at first is not in time. Sammy Roberts now to the plate. Roberts was hit by a pitch his last time up. Back in the first inning. Shipe in the on-deck circle. And Asanovich will come out and talk to Carson Buber.
Trying to get their signs straightened up here on maybe throw-overs. I'm not sure if throw-over being called from the dugout, given to Asanovich. Asanovich gives a signal to Buber or whatnot there. But regardless, they got their signs straightened out here. Wabnitz is a threat to steal. I'm not sure if Samuel Roberts is a threat to bunt at this situation, but if he were to get on, I would think that, you know, we might see Shipe bunting, but I think Roberts is in a swing away situation here.
As he takes that one for strike one. Yeah, I think when Sammy, I mean, obviously it is a close game, but I mean, 440 hitter, you're in kind of the middle of the order. I don't think you want to take his bat out of his hands. And he finds a way to get on base. He was hit by a pitch earlier, so as long as he doesn't hit into a double play.
You may see maybe hit and run as opposed to a bunt or something to that situation, but generally don't really do that either with some of your power hitters, so I think they'll just let it play out. Roberts may get a jump. Wabnitz can get a jump. He's going.
Wabnitz takes off. Throw down from Asanovich is high and into center field, and Canby is there to track it down. We saw Hudson Clement leap up for that one like he's playing wide receiver again.
Yeah, he went up, and as Wabnitz went under him, and it just come off the glove. Not much he could do. Wabnitz went down, he went up, and the ball got in the center field. Canby was backing it up pretty well, but that's the second time that Asanovich has sent the ball high into center field there, or as high to the shortstop on the steal.
So Wabnitz now on second. The pitch to Roberts is lined foul and out of play.
So now we know Sammy definitely won't bunt. The runner's already in scoring position. Stole his way in there.
For this Jefferson team, you know, their speed toward the top of the lineup, and even with a guy like Wabnitz who bats fourth, they are able to do stuff like that very quickly, turn a runner into scoring positions. Roberts sends this one up the middle. Clement dives for it, makes the throw to first, but it's off the bag as Morris able to get there, but could not keep a foot on the bag. So runners on first and second, and that play by Clement at short prevented that second run from coming across the score.
I didn't think Clement was going to get there. I was surprised he got there, got up on his feet quickly, and had an opportunity. Just threw a little wide. He had to go hard. Keeping the ball in the infield, though, like we said last inning, certainly we see when the ball got by Oviedo and in the outfield, they scored. But that's a situation where he kept the ball in the infield and kept the run off the board momentarily. First and third, nobody out. More strategy here.
Shipe will foul it away. So fly ball hit well enough, or even if he were to double play here, or hit into a double play, would still score the run. So you're going to let Shipe swing away with no outs in the inning, and he fouls off that first pitch to get behind no balls and one strike. Coach Lowry now speaking with Daquan Shipe down the third base line.
Could be a good time for, if he has a safety squeeze, his speed. Both corners have to stay back, holding runners at this point. So that could be in play. Also, maybe he was supposed to take till he got a strike. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, Coach Lowry wanted to speak with him.
0-1 count. Buber delivers, and Shipe is behind that pitch and misses for strike two. He struck out his last time.
Pitch was up a bit. Fastball up. Sometimes hard to not take a cut at it.
So 0-2 count on Shipe. Runners on the corners for the Cougars. Top of the third inning. Roberts standing at first. Wabnitz at third. Roberts takes off. They'll throw him out. The throw back to home is not in time, and Wabnitz scores the run.
Could be a huge run, Nick.
Yeah.
That was a really nice play there. I mean, Martinsburg did throw down. It got the ball to him. Wabnitz didn't get a good jump. Clement made the tag and just turned and threw right back. It just hit that grass and skipped that wet grass. It didn't come up at all for Asanovich, and he had to make a quick attempt to grab it in the left-handed batter's box and swipe that tag, and he didn't really have time to stay behind it there.
Shipe working the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sammy Roberts thrown out down there at second. But Wabnitz able to score from third on the throw.
That's the first time I've seen a runner thrown out this year, I think, on the air.
Yeah, I think so too. As that breaking ball gets Shipe looking for strike 3. So now 2 outs in the inning. And Noah Carter coming to the plate.
Noah Carter hit his first, or hit a home run over the weekend. Was that his first of his career?
It looks like they're going to pitch hit for Carter.
Well, they're not.
Number 18 coming to the plate.
Palvinal coming to the plate with 2 outs in the inning. And Palvinal will take that one outside for a ball. Spencer, turn the lights on for us?
I didn't turn the lights on.
Okay, well.
The lights came on inside, too.
It is helpful. I can now see my scorebook a little bit better, but that one in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Palvinal.
Spencer was better looking with the lights down, wasn't he, Nick?
Yeah, I would have to agree.
All right, then.
That one hit hard past the second baseman and into right field, and Palvinal with the pinch hit single.
So you see Carter struck out, hit a home run over the weekend. Next thing you know, you're being pinch hit for, and the guy right behind you pushing you harder gets a base hit. So we talked about the next man up at Jefferson. Now you see why they have a guy behind a guy pushing them all the time.
And that's probably why they have so much success, because the competition, even within the team, is there, and you have a lot of different options. As Cienfuegos coming to the plate. He struck out his last time up, pitched wild and outside from Buber. So 2-out single from Palvinal extends this inning. Cienfuegos trying to extend it even more here in the top of the third. Now a 2-0 lead for Jefferson over Martinsburg. The pitch to Cienfuegos is high and inside for ball 2.
So Sonovich throwing out that last runner could shut the running game down a little bit. Palvinal's not getting the biggest of leads over there. Doesn't seem to be ready to take off with 2 outs.
Next pitch is in there for strike 1. And I do wonder, too, because I don't think Sammy Roberts is much of a base stealer down there at first.
No,
so it was more so probably to try to get Wabinetz home on the throw back. And they weren't really worried necessarily about Roberts taking the base, as this one's lifted, but foul by Cienfuegos down the third base line.
Quick bat, got a lot of, got quick hands. You ripped it down over into the batting cage and left the outdoor batting cage. But yeah, it was a situation where, it's 1 out, first and third. If they throw down, you're going to send Wabinetz in his speed. If they don't throw down, and you got men on second and third. So risk and reward was there, in Jefferson's favor, but Martinsburg almost turned it into a double play.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Cienfuegos strikes out for the second time this evening, and we head to the bottom of the third. Jefferson 2, Martinsburg nothing. We're back in 60 seconds.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new Bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Back to P.O. Faulkner Park, 2-0 Jefferson leading Martinsburg here in the third inning. It will be Canby to lead things off, followed by Clement and Sifford. So Canby, the number 9 hitter, but off to a great start for Jordan Canby, 45, 8 RBIs. He did have that injury, but good to see him back in the lineup. Shipe's first pitch to Canby is in there for a strike.
Not a bad place for Martinsburg to be in the lineup. The number 9 guy who easily bat lead off should Hudson, hit for more power numbers or anything. But So you're kind of looking at lead off. So you got speed, you know, at this moment with Canby, Clement, and Sifford. There's not a bad spot for Martinsburg to be in with their number 9 guy leading off the inning.
1-1 count. The pitch to Canby is outside and low for ball 2. So 2-1 count. Beautiful day for baseball here at P.O. Faulkner Park.
Mm-hmm. The flags are flying a little bit. I see Vic Lupus got the flag fixed out there. I was on him for a little while, but he got it done.
The 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3.
Tomorrow would be an even better day for baseball, Nick. As high as 73.
And the Orioles won today, so I'm in a good mood.
Maybe I'll finally take this sweatshirt off and watch baseball.
Yep, first one of the season. 3-1 count on Jordan Canby. The pitch to Canby lifted into left field, but it's going to be shallow left as the shortstop, Kinsler, gets to it in time for out number 1.
Yeah, certainly didn't get good wood on that one, Spencer. I think he capped it off the end of the bat there. It left the bat trajectory, looked like a base hit, but it just floated out there and right to the shortstop there, just outside the grass.
Hudson Clement coming to the plate now.
Wrong team.
Yeah. And Clement will take the first pitch for a ball. So Shipe so far in this ball game has done a nice job on the mound for Jefferson. 2 1/3 innings, just 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He struck out Clement to begin this ball game. Part of the 3 outs in that first inning, all of them were strikeouts. So second time Hudson facing Shipe on the mound in this ball game, and he takes that one for strike 1.
And this game's starting to become really similar to the first game that these two teams played. Just Jefferson able to steal 2 runs here early in this one.
2-1 count, 2-0 lead for the Cougars. The pitch to Clement is lifted into shallow right field, heading into foul territory, and just not able to make the play on the run was Riley Morgan down in the Jefferson bullpen.
Yeah, Colin got a great shot of that there on the left field cam we have running tonight.
Yeah, that was a left-hander out there in the right field. Had to reach over his body for that. Right-hander may, have an extra, 6-8 inches that would have given him that catch out there if they had the same speed. But just outside of his reach, met with about 8-foot foul, looked like, over in the visiting bullpen.
Clement digging back in with the 2-2. Sends this one on the ground toward third. Horowitz fires to first for the out. 2 outs quickly on the ground out there for Hudson Clement, and Landon Sifford to the plate. Sifford struck out his first.
Anytime Clement gets the ball on the ground, it's a tough play.
Yeah.
He just has that speed, just got that turf up that first base line where he can really dig in and not lose any traction, and Horowitz did a nice job and picked it up on the hop and threw across, got him by step.
Sifford swinging a miss on pitch number 1. So 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 lead for Jefferson, bottom of the 3rd. And the 0-1 is fouled back for strike 2.
You heard Coach Lowry in the pregame talk about hitting is contagious as well as not hitting is contagious. I like that. Right now we're not seeing much contagious hitting.
Sifford fouls away that one.
Bailey just wasn't able to hold it on. Shipe was coming off the mound with another strikeout. It just slipped out of the glove there, or he would have had Sifford for the second time tonight.
So Shipe will have to refocus and nearly hits Sifford as he gets out of the way on that fastball.
He wanted to come in, but not there. You don't want to hit the batter with 0-2, 2 outs, and give it a free base there. So he kind of got away from him a bit.
1-2 count now on Sifford. The pitch from Shipe is fouled away again, high into the sky and out of play.
That was a little bit of a hanging curve, not quite where he wanted it. It was up and off speed. That's what helped him there. Sifford had to reset because he did take a lot off of it, but wasn't the location that you'd want with that pitch.
1-2 count. Sifford trying to battle here. The 52nd pitch from Shipe on the night is hit hard up the middle and into center field. So Sifford with the 2-out single.
That's what you need there. You get 2 outs. You need to continue to have a good at bat. Even if you don't get on there, you want to fight there. You don't want to give, the opposing team anytime a quick 3 outs, especially after they scored a run. So a great at bat there for Sifford as he continues to fight, not give up on the inning. And we've seen earlier when there was 2 outs and a base runner got on, next thing you know, it was bases loaded. So anything can happen when you hand the battle to the next guy.
And Morris has good power, as we know, as he takes the first pitch for ball 1.
With a packed house out here, a lot of targets out there in right field for him. Should he get a hold of one?
There's 305 down there in right. And he will take this one for ball 2. So hitters count for Isaiah Morris.
Yeah. I'd say it's about 3:30 to a couple of them cars. Maybe about 3:35.
He walked earlier, and he drives this one into right field. That will get down for a base hit. Sifford standing at second base. Quick throw in from Morgan. And runners on first and second. Now with 2 outs, but Caleb Edwards coming to the plate.
2 outs, Sifford on the move. Ball was 1 hop to the right fielder. It was far enough in right center field that the play's kind of on him and not on Coach Violet. If it's more behind him in the right field, then he's got to look at the coach. But at that point, it's in front of him for the most part, so it's his call there. He opted to not take the chance and make that 3rd out at third base.
Edwards, big swing and a miss. He wanted to get Martinsburg on the board there with that pitch, but just missed it for strike number 1.
He wanted to take the lead with that swing.
Yeah, he wanted to take the lead. And Sifford did a great job, because if he gets thrown out there with the number 4 batter on deck, he just doesn't look like smart baseball.
Shipe delivers inside, and Edwards pops it up towards second, and Cienfuegos throws over to first for the final out of the inning. So Martinsburg threatening with a little bit of a 2-out rally, but Shipe shuts them down. We'll head to the 4th inning. 2-0 Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis on the broadcast. John Orton, Colin McLaughlin working hard on camera tonight, and back in the studio all by himself, our intern Avery Duport.
I've got to take that title off.
I mean, I usually do, but I think it's important to mention that since he's all by himself for the first time, that he's moving on to greater things, Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, take that intern off of his title here soon.
Just be a guy.
Get him for the summer.
When I first saw him, I knew he was going to go up the ladder. I'm pretty sure a couple more months he's going to be Hornby's right-hand man, bodyguard, possibly.
I don't know how Avery would do it as a bodyguard, but that one in there for a strike.
He's got that macho man look.
I suppose. 0-1 count. Next pitch is low for a ball. Kinsler at the plate for Jefferson. 2-0 Cougars on top. Carson Buber pitching for Martinsburg, and it looks like we might have a change here or a timeout.
John Lowry Sr. not on third, so we're getting a
third base coach.
Third base coach, maybe Dodson's going over. Not sure where Senior's at. See John Paul's on first as usual, John Paul Jones. So I'm not sure where Coach Lowry is at this moment. But anyway, 2-1 count here to Cienfuegos. Looks like Buber's on his 63rd third or fourth pitch.
Yep, 63. This is 64, and it's in there for strike 2.
Averaging about 20 pitches an inning. Should get him, if he stays on that pace, you'd be looking at someone coming in, top of the 6th possibly. Getting to the bullpen, maybe Morris, maybe Zittle or Lupus.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Boober strikes out Kinsler.
That just shows how much he's battling here so far.
Let's go, it's impressive. We haven't personally, that I remember, that we've had Boober, have we, on the air?
I think we had him for the Petersburg game.
Did you? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it was a kind of early. I think him and Triggs threw that day, I believe.
He threw 5 innings in that one when they won 11-1.
That one fouled away by Connor Bailey, back to the top of the order after the Kinsler strikeout. That's back-to-back strikeouts now for Boober.
But he is certainly looks like a varsity baseball pitcher out there against the #1 team in the state, so really impressive at this moment.
He hits the zone again to get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
And Martinsburg, got beat last year with Paulson on the mound.
That one hit hard off the mound. Clement's throw to first is in time for out.
Very nice play there. Good job there, because he was flying up the line.
Yep, second out on a great throw from Hudson Clement to get Connor Bailey with his speed by about a step.
But what I was saying was, Jefferson had seen Paulson maybe the 3rd time there, so when, they could have a book on him in Martinsburg, kind of was a two-trick pony last year with Paulson and Edwards, and now we're seeing some depth in this pitching staff as they return some guys, and Morris and Lupus and Boober. That's going to play big if they get themselves in that sectional and regional tournament again. Or when they do, if they get to the sectional, if they get to the regional, excuse me.
Riley Morgan again batting for Hefner, who went down with that injury. Battling here to a 2-1 count.
Yeah, the lineup changed a little bit since then. Morgan's in for Hefner. Pavanal is in for Carter, so quick changes.
That pitch is fouled away. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jefferson leading here 2-0 in the top of the 4th inning.
If Morgan can get on here, can bring up Griffin Horowitz here.
Morgan on the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Carson Boober again working excellence on the mound. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Jefferson on top 2-0. See if the Dogs can rally and give Boober some run support. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Jefferson 2, Martinsburg 0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs coming to the plates. Boober to lead things off. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game, followed by Lupus and Paulson.
Martinsburg able to get a couple hits last inning. Maybe they're, getting a little more comfortable over there. Second time through with Shipe.
Boober sends this one on the ground. Horwitz charging in. Throw is low, and Boober reaches.
Not much Horwitz can do there. A little C&I single. Just off the end of the bat. Got up the line. Going to get a courtesy runner for him. Looks like Isaac Grove again. Jason Barrett's happy about that. Another courtesy runner.
Yep, this runner is courtesy of Jason Barrett for State Senate, a conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties. As they will have Grove run for Boober. Lupus coming to the plate, a situation we saw back in the second inning, and we'll see if Lupus does bunt. Horowitz playing in on the grass down there at third, and the throw over is not in time.
Now they're down 2 here, so it's you certainly need to get on the board, but you need more than 1 run here as well, so it may play into the signal calling here to let Lupus take a shot at getting on base, swinging away.
He check swings, but it was a strike on the first pitch to Lupus. Get him behind, no balls and 1 strike.
See the signals looking down. Both runner and batter are getting the signal. Lupus still kind of back in the box.
Throw over. Grove steps back toward first. It is in time.
I believe Lupus is, either is good, but probably swinging away here at this point to try to extend this inning without giving an out.
The 0-1 pitch, Lupus does square around, pulls it back, throw down to first, and Grove slides back in safely.
Great baseball there by Connor Bailey. It's automatic at that, pretty much at this level. It's taught to a bunt through to look for the runner, look for an out, either going or trying to throw behind the runner there. So great play there by Connor Bailey. Lupus
pitch miss,
pulled back.
1 ball, 1 strike. Grove, as Lupus pops this one up into the netting, so now he'll be forced to swing away, and I wonder if they maybe try to send Grove down there at first. He has been kind of close, though, to being picked off a few times by either Shipe or throwdown. So
yeah, Shipe has got a really pretty good move over there. He springs it over there pretty quick.
Another throw over, and Grove is back in time.
Good release point. Ball stays down. He kind of side arms it across there, 3/4, so it keeps the ball down. Grove getting a bigger jump now.
Lupus swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to first, not in time. So not a productive out for Michael Lupus as Joe Paulson will come to the plate.
Yeah, he kind of bunted at that pitch that come back. It was probably up and in when he probably could have pulled back on, but it's really tough when it's right there, because even when you pull back, the ball runs in on you. So tough at bat there, tough sequence. And like you said, unproductive.
Paulson pops this one up toward first base, and making the catch is Palvanale on the run for out number 2. So after a leadoff single from Carson Buber, Lupus strikes out. Paulson pops out on 1 pitch, and Asanovich coming to the plate. So Shipe now 3 2/3, 4 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Jefferson leading 2-0 here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Throw over not in time as Grove being checked on tightly, but Asanovich to the plate, 2 outs, probably not going anywhere.
So Connor Bailey behind the plate, the seniors really shut down the running game a little bit for Martinsburg, forcing them to to bunt or to move runners that way, as opposed to just straight stealing down 2 runs also. So again, we look at risk reward there. Not sure it's there at this moment unless he can get a really good jump.
Asanovich takes the first pitch for his strike. Ground ball towards short. Kinsler flips the second to Cienfuegos for the final out of the inning. So Martinsburg was able to get a runner on, but not do anything with that. We'll head to the 5th inning. 2-0 Jefferson, our score. We're back in 60 seconds.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzley, Spencer Dupuis, Trip Tobin. Happy to have you with us. Back in the studios, Avery Newport on camera tonight. John Alderton along with Colin McLaughlin. 2-0 lead for Jefferson as we head into the 5th inning. Buber on the mound for the Bulldogs. He's pitched well through 4 innings. 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Carson Buber. Jefferson coming to the plate.
And Buber's done a great job giving his team an opportunity to win, not getting the run support. He's also got a couple of hits, for his team. So offensively, he's given himself an opportunity to win there. He's given his team an opportunity to win on the pitcher's mound. He just needs Martinsburg to break through there, and he just hasn't gotten that run support tonight, throwing a whale of a ball game.
And Horowitz pops this one up into shallow right, and making the catch out there in right is Paulson on the run for out number 1. So it's middle of the order. Horowitz still with the pop-up, and then Wabnitz and Roberts to follow here.
Buber has to love that when he gets arguably one of their best hitters out on 1 pitch, late in the game after, his 3rd time through the lineup. It's tough to get those guys out the 3rd time through after they've seen you twice, and you kind of settled into the game.
Wabnitz will take that first pitch a little high for ball 1. Wabnitz is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He singled his last time up back in the 3rd inning. And he'll take this one for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
For anyone wondering, Coach John Lowry Sr.'s back out on 3rd, so must have been just a break there in the action. We didn't see him. I don't know exactly where he went, but set out that last inning. And he was right back on the bucket there in the defensive side. Now he's back out there on his spot, kind of pacing around down there at the 3rd base box.
1-2 count, 1 away. 2-0 lead for Jefferson. Pitch to Wabnitz is fouled away. Buber now approaching 80 pitches.
This time next week, everybody in the room and both dugouts full will be in Myrtle Beach.
They're getting ready for a game starting Tuesday down there.
9 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
10
o'clock in the morning.
Wabnitz checks his swing. The check down, he did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Do you want me to break some news here on the game?
Sure.
Trip and Nick. April 19th, beginning is the start of that tournament. We'll have Martinsburg versus High Point Christian starting at 12:30, and then I'm going to butcher this. Waccamaw versus Washington, 5:30 start.
That's Tuesday?
That is Tuesday.
I thought you said 10 o'clock. Well,
no, Wednesday's 10 o'clock. We got 3 games on
Spencer will probably just be getting in for that one.
3-2 pitch is outside for ball 4. Wabnitz able to draw the 1-out walk in the middle of the order after Horowitz went down on 1 pitch. Sammy Roberts back to the plate.
Put speed on the bases.
So while we're here, April 20th, that is Wednesday, McClancy versus Washington, 10 a.m., Martinsburg versus Bishop O'Connell, 3 p.m., Waccamaw versus Jefferson, 5:30 p.m. Thursday the 21st, McClancy versus Martinsburg, 10 a.m., and then Bishop O'Connell versus Spring Mills, 3 p.m. Friday, we have 1 game right now. That's East Rutherford versus Hedgesville, 12:30.
Wabnitz takes off. Throw down from Asanovich is in time for out number 2.
Asanovich is making a believer out of me after he threw those first 2 out in the center field. The throws were, strong enough and on time. They just sailed on him, but both of those last 2 were on time and on the base there. Great job by Asanovich. Good job for Buber holding the runners there, giving his catcher a chance.
So Wabnitz thrown out on the stolen base attempt. And now 2 outs for Sammy Roberts. An 0-1 pitch is right down the middle for strike 2.
Then Friday, as I said, Rutherford versus Hedgesville, 12:30. We may have a game in the afternoon as they seed the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games get seeded for Friday and Saturday. So we may pick up a game that afternoon.
Roberts gets hit on an 0-2 breaking ball with 2 away. Now we'll extend the inning with Shipe coming to the plate.
That'll drive a coach nuts when you got 2 outs, 2 strikes, and no balls. You're in complete control of the inning, and you hit the batter with 1 pitch. The inning changes, slightly. But now you got a runner on, and you've seen another batter with no strikes. So you have to fight back, get those strikes back, and try to get this out.
Shipe is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, and he pops this one up. Buber making the play all the way over from the pitcher's mound for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Jefferson 2, Martinsburg nothing. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
You want a triple header one day, you said? How you gonna
Welcome
do that?
back to Martinsburg. Jefferson leading Martinsburg 2-0. Daquan Shipe remaining on the mound for the Cougars so far. 4 innings, 4 hits. They were earned 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us.
Martinsburg needs to get something going here. They are setting again with their second leadoff coming to the plate. Jordan Canby for the second time. He's leading off in the 9 hole. So see if they can get some of the speed on and change this, get rid of the 0 on the board.
Canby so far in the ball game 0 for 1. He popped out his last time up back in the 3rd inning.
Shipe's at 66 pitches here in the 5th.
Next pitch is lifted into left center field.
Staying up.
And making the play on the run is Wabnitz for out number 1. Just stayed up like you said and didn't get down quick enough, or that would have been probably a double, maybe even a triple with Canby's speed, but Wabnitz with enough speed to get over there.
Yeah, it left the bat. It looked like it had some good topspin, like it was going to get down out there, and easily a double for Canby, but a lot of speed out there in center field with Wabnitz is doing a little dance for us out there now. And then he ran it down like it was nothing. Ball stayed up for him.
Hudson Clement coming to the plate. Pitch to Clement is low for ball 1. Hudson is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out his first time, grounded out back in the 3rd inning. Shipe kicks, deals, delivers, and misses inside for ball 2.
Yeah, Martinsburg here, in the 5th inning, down to, you hate to say it, but they're down to 8 outs. Need to get runners on to turn this lineup over a couple of times, or this will be the last time these guys get on base.
Let's bounce her into the hole, and that does not get through into the outfield, but will be a single for Hudson Clement as Kinsler was able to stop it on the backhand attempt.
Yeah, that's just what Martinsburg needed there to get the couple guys on, get them up, get this run, this deficit cut down, and also to give these guys another opportunity to swing before the game's over, in the 7th.
Bailey's been really good behind the plate, but with Hudson Clement's speed, you might try to send him Landon Sifford, though, at the plate, and obviously you don't want to run yourself out of this inning because down 2-0, you're at the top of the order. It is a good situation for Martinsburg.
Coach Lowry's coming out, talk to Shipe. I didn't see anybody warming up, so I think it's just a visit. Now he's giving him the ball, giving it to Griffin Horowitz, it looks like, maybe.
So we will have a pitching change. We will take a 60-second break. When we return, we'll get you the confirmation on our new pitcher. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties.
I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends of Jason Barrett.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. A pitching change. Those brought to you by Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too. Coming in now to pitch for Jefferson is Griffin Horowitz. He comes in relief there of Shipe, who had a pretty good day on the mound. Didn't pitch as many. He only had 70 pitches. His night ends after 4 1/3, 5 hits, no runs, no earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Faced 19 batters through 48 strikes over 70 total pitches. And now back to Nick with the play-by-play.
Thanks, Spencer. And yeah, good outing for Daquan Shipe, right at the 70 pitch mark, and checks out. And a few other substitutions. Shipe will now go to left. Pavanale will move to third, and Vickers will come in from left to play first.
And what Shipe did, I mean, you look down at his stat line, he only had 1 walk. He had it early. Coach come out and spoke with him, cleaned that up. He had 6 strikeouts through to some contact, a lot of soft contact. Even the 2 of the 5 base hits were, soft infield contact. So, Martinsburg wasn't able to barrel him up, and certainly wasn't able to do it consecutively, as Sifford and Morris are only 2 guys that were able to get the bat on the ball and get on base consecutively against Shipe.
This is the 5th appearance for Griffin Horowitz this season as the pitch misses outside for a ball. On the year, 1.17 earned run average, 2-0, and with a save this season. So he's been one of their key relievers throughout the year, and Horowitz's next pitch in there for strike 1. We saw him in this Jefferson-Martinsburg game last time around really come in and dominate, work 3 innings out of relief of Sammy Roberts and a throw over not in time.
So you want to set the defense for Jefferson. Pavanal went to third from first. Looked like Vickers went from left to third, and then Shipe went to left field.
Throw down from Asanovich, not in time. Sifford, not Asanovich, from Connor Bailey. Sifford taking second, or Clement taking second. Sifford at the plate.
So, Connor threw down, and Cienfuegos took it on the hop, put the tag down, thought he had him. He's out there kind of jumping around, beating on his glove. I think he thinks he should have gotten that call, as we're going to see Bailey come out and kind of give Griffin, the new pitcher, the sign sequence with a man on second probably, so we don't get no sign stealing from the base runner giving back to the pitcher. But anyway, Cienfuegos was pretty adamant that he thought he should have gotten that call. And for Connor Bailey to even make it, he's the only one I've seen this year make it even close on Clement. So great throw by Connor.
1-2 count, 1 out. Pitch to Sifford. Got him looking for strike 3.
Yeah, so curveball froze him, and he just wasn't able to pull the trigger on it. So Morris is on. Looks like they're going to put Morris on intentionally. So after they got Sifford out, and Morris got a base hit the last time, as did Sifford, but they opted to put Sifford on. So now you got men on first and second. Edwards up. Edwards, we've seen him here in batting practice, leaves this park a few times, has power, and probably a pretty dangerous hitter here for Martinsburg. Good situation.
Yeah, the cleanup hitter is 0 for 2. Strikeout looking and a fly out so far tonight, but as he takes this one for strike one, he is second on the team in RBIs behind Morris heading into the game. But maybe they just felt like righty versus righty instead of a righty versus lefty, and also just they've been pitching well to Edwards so far. So 2 on,
yeah, he did.
And a balk. Will advance 2 runners now into scoring position.
He balked. He knew he balked. He stuttered there. Now you're in a really good situation. They may even put Edwards on. I'm not sure with that base open. But yeah, that's
Next
what happens.
Next would be Buber, who is 2 for 2.
Yeah, so he's got protection behind him, so they can't do that. So they're going to have to take their chances here with Edwards with 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs.
0-1 count. Pitch to Edwards. In there for strike 2, and that gets a big cheer from the Jefferson crowd. It looked a little bit high from our
Looks like it's going to bring Coach Bowler up the line. He's not happy about the call. Edwards not happy. The Martinsburg faithful not happy, but the pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but maybe up. So we're getting a timeout.
Coach Bowler, I think, called time.
Talk to Edwards.
Settle this whole thing down, get him settle his nerves, settle his emotions after that, saying, hey, got to put that away. It's 0-2. You got to get this ball in play. Good timeout by Coach Bowler. Now we're going to get Ken Cross out. Coach Cross to the line. That's a visit. So now you got Jefferson coming out to the line to talk to Griffin, but he didn't cross the line, so Coach Bowler wanted to know if that was going to be a visit. But initially, with all the crowd noise and the 0-1 pitch that was up, and that was, in his opinion, up, he didn't agree with it. I think it was a good timeout call by Coach Bowler to get him refocused, get the crowd out of it a bit.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 2 on for the Bulldogs, and swing and a miss, strike 3. Griffin Horowitz comes through with another strikeout. The 7th against Martinsburg in the ball game. That's your final out of the inning. We'll head to the 6th. 2-0 Jefferson. Bulldogs training 2 in scoring position. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. 2-0 Jefferson leading Martinsburg. Carson Buber remaining on the mound for the Bulldogs. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Jefferson, Palvanel, Cienfuegos, and Kinsler.
A couple intentional walks tonight, but other than that, the walks have been low, and there's another stat I don't want to talk about at the moment, but maybe later in the game I want to jinx these two teams.
This one sent high into right center, and
Oviedo.
Short right center.
Oviedo able to make that play. The second baseman backing up to get out number 1 on a first pitch delivery from Buber.
Hey, Nick, I got an update from the majors. Nats on top 5-1 over the Braves. Big 5-run inning. Michael Franco hit a 2-run shot.
Is that a pinch hitter, I believe, or an entry?
Yes, it is. Austin Young checking in, the senior. So he will hit for Cienfuegos here. And Young has batted .222 on the season. 2-0 Jefferson. Pitch from Buber to Young is high for a ball.
So Jefferson going to what, their third substitute tonight. Martinsburg has stayed with their starting 9 so far. Jefferson's mixed things up a little bit with a pitching change, a couple of defensive changes, and third one of the night for Jefferson here as far as defensive change, or at least for the moment he's entered.
Pitch to Young is outside for ball 2. 2 balls. No strikes.
Buber's done a tremendous job. He's really, he's a 3-0 count here to this guy, but to this hitter.
That one in there for a strike.
But up to this point, he's done a tremendous job keeping Jefferson at bay and certainly giving his team every opportunity to win and to give him some runs in last inning. The opportunity to tie it didn't happen.
3-1 misses inside for ball 4, so Young draws a walk in the pinch hitting situation. And that'll bring Kinsler to the plate now.
So Zornecki's coming out for a mound visit, maybe a change.
Yeah, Buber's
kind of giving him the
approaching
what's going on.
Now over 90 pitches, I believe.
Come out,
92.
Check on his health, see how he's feeling. He looks a little frustrated. I don't know if it was a strike or ball calls he didn't get, but he's just a little frustrated. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary there, as far as strike or ball call, but I think it was just a check on his health, settle him down, let him know, hey, double plays in it, watch for the bunt, just different scenarios just to get him refocused. And mainly at this level, at the pitch count, to come out and take it, talk to him, see how he's feeling, make sure he's good to go for the final couple pitches that he's eligible.
Buber has worked 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. Young taking his lead down there at first base. Throw over, not in time. It might be Cienfuegos back down there at first.
I think Cienfuegos re-entered.
Yeah,
and I seen him kind of give the horns up, the double switch signal.
Throw over, gets behind the first baseman Morris. Cienfuegos is flying around second base. Martinsburg's throw from right field is not in time. Well, that's what you put him back in the game to do on the base paths. And all of a sudden, Jefferson has a runner on third, a 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th, and just 1 out. That's why you got to be careful when you're throwing over. I mean, obviously, Cienfuegos, you have to keep him close.
That's the dangerous part of throwing over. If you're A-move a couple times, it can get away. And lots of foul territory on that side of the field. You got Paulson playing kind of deep. Not a tremendous amount of speed. But he got there, made the throw, made it close. But Cienfuegos beat it. Infield's up now with a man on third and 1 out, pulling the infield up.
Swing and a miss from Kinsler.
Dangerous
strike 1.
Hitter on deck with Connor Bailey. Now we have an offensive, possibly safety squeeze situation. He's saying, hey, just get the ball on the ground or slash, something to that effect. That'll create some movement out of Martinsburg's defense. Certainly some strategy going on here. With an 0-1 count, Martinsburg could opt to pitch out, pitch up, or pitch in, something to that effect. But certainly don't want to throw the ball in the dirt. So you got Lupus up. Some strategy here,
Cienfuegos speed.
Looks like the batter's up in the box. Could be a safety squeeze style squeeze. Square.
She does square around. It's a good punt by Kinsler, and the run will score easily from third base. So does his job. Jefferson extends the lead to 3-0 here at the top of the sixth.
Yeah, runs hard to come by in this game, and it's the mistakes there on the base paths, or I guess throwing for trying to get the out there, and it really comes around to cost him here.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he perfect bunt. Nothing Martinsburg could do about that. Not really a defensive setup you could have had other than Morris could have been completely up in his face. That's the only other possible way, but you can't play, right up against him. So just a perfectly laid down bunt.
So Bailey comes to the plate, takes that first pitch for a strike.
The only defense would have been, like I say, is to pull him up or to pitch out. But pitching outs doesn't help you on a safety squeeze. So,
Next pitch to Bailey, hit into right center field. Running after it is Camby, and Camby makes the play on the run for out number 2.
Three,
yeah.
the sack bunt was out.
So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jefferson 3, Martinsburg nothing. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello.
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg. The Jefferson Cougars leading the Martinsburg Bulldogs 3-0 here as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning.
Morris warming in there, the bullpen for Martinsburg, and Colin got a great shot of him right here if you're watching on TV 10. Coming in for most likely the 7th inning.
And Buber will hit here. And I presume when he checks out, he'll probably move to second if Morris does pitch, because he's the DH for second baseman Ovi Otto.
It'd be a pretty easy switch, as Buber would move in and Edwards would go to first. Buber would go to second, as Morris moved in. But yeah, we're sitting here in 5, 6, 7 spot, down to 6 outs here. Need 3 runs. A little station-to-station baseball. Martinsburg needs base runners. Coach Lowry's coming out to talk to Connor. To the umpire, that coach umpire Jeff King. So we're not 100% sure, but Coach Bowers going to want to know. Coming out to have a visit with Griffin. That's why they were asking earlier if that was a visit when Coach Cross came to the line. Certainly telling him, hey, you cannot walk this guy 2-0, go to contact.
And they will have a conversation with Griffin. Horowitz has Buber at the plate, followed by Lupus and Paulson due up for the Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm. So Griffin's going to settle back in, 2-0 count to Buber. Buber pretty much has to, even though we know Griffin's going to try to throw right down the middle, I would assume Buber's still in a take situation, down 3 runs in a little bit of a catch-up mode.
The 2-0 pitch. That is a ball, low. 3 balls, no strikes on Carson Buber.
And if you're home and you wonder why he comes out, or if you wonder why he comes out at 2-0, with nobody on, it's because it doesn't take much in a 3-run ball game to change the momentum. 2 base runners, next thing you know, Martinsburg crowds back into it. And, it's just keep trying to keep them down. When they're down, keep them down. Don't give them life. And probably what he said, Martinsburg, opposite side of that, needs to get those base runners, on and get the crowd and get his team into it. And there you see it.
Yep, Buber takes ball 4 after taking a strike on the previous pitch.
Buber's been on
a 5-pitch walk.
all 3 times. Here comes Grove.
And that courtesy runner is courtesy of Jason Barrett, First State Senate, a conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties. Boober finds a way on to lead off this 6th inning. Lupus now at the plate. Grove now running, and he'll stay put on the first pitch that misses outside to Lupus for ball 1.
Grove gets a really nice secondary, but Bailey with that arm keeps an eye on him. Has already thrown behind him twice and shown his arm speed down to second. So
pitch is in there for strike 1. Lupus is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice.
He's going to get a chance to hit here with this at bat probably.
That pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lupus. 3-0 Jefferson, bottom of the 6th inning.
Lupus, one of the batters that's seen the ball really well against Hedgesville, took Jackson Ruiz to the wall there at first at batting in Hedgesville. So
that one in there for strike 2.
So you can see tonight's a little different story, couple different opportunities to bunt here or situations. Now he's hitting away.
The 2-2 pitch to Lupus. Outside and low for ball 3. Full count on him. Grove standing on first base.
Great opportunity for Grove to steal, but not sure if the risk is worth the reward should Lupus not make contact on a strike 3 for a bang-bang play.
The 3-2 pitch. Grove stays put, and Lupus strikes out swinging.
Swung at ball 4 there, and he kind of knows it. Went around, the pitch was out. Just couldn't stay off of it. Didn't have a tremendous amount of movement, but it did tail out a little bit on him there.
So I'll bring Paulson to the plate with 1 away. Paulson in the ball game, struck out his first time and popped up last time, 0 for 2, and he'll take the first pitch for a ball.
Paulson in the lineup, he kind of earned a spot there in Hedgesville, a couple of good at bats. Not the swiftest at foot, so needs to watch an opportunity for a double play. Should he hit the ball hard at one of the infielders, needs to get down that line.
Horowitz delivers that pitch in there for strike 1. Grove not being held on at first, taking a big lead. Few pitchers warming in the Jefferson bullpen. That one misses outside for ball 2.
Someone's down there warming up, a right-hander. If Griffin doesn't stay in that strike zone, they'll have a short leash on him, I assume.
Pitch from Horowitz inside for ball 3.
Essentially, Lupus swung at ball 4, and Coach Lowry knows that. So it could have been in a walk there, and if he had walked Paulson, that would have been 3 in a row.
This pitch outside, that is ball 4, and Paulson walks. Grove takes second. Runners on first and second. Now for the Bulldogs in a crucial situation as Paulson gets on base and Asanovich coming to the plate. We mentioned it earlier, despite the low batting average, Asanovich has been pretty good with runners on base, 15 RBIs.
This will have to be a pitching change, a second. This is the second mound visit this inning, so I assume he'll have to change.
They got somebody warming in the bullpen. I can't see who it is.
So he's have to.
Horowitz will check out, but I would presume move to third.
How can he stay on the mound if it's a second visit, isn't it? 2 in an inning?
Yeah, I believe so. So they're, at least for now, allowing Horowitz to stay in the ball game.
Plus there was a visit over here on the line.
Yeah. So Ethan Hall in the bullpen there for Jefferson warming up.
Staying in the game here.
So Horowitz stays in. Runners on first and second. Asanovich at the plate. Paulson on first, Grove on second. 3-0 Jefferson. Bottom of the 6th inning. Hard hit ball, but it's right toward the pitcher, Horowitz. He throws the second in time for the out. The throw to first, not in time. Runner coming around to score on the throw as it got away from Vickers, and Grove scores the run. So not the way Martinsburg wanted to score it, but they'll take it.
Yes, Asanovich
get on the board, 3-1.
Hit it right back at him hard, and here comes Wilt in the run for the catcher.
That's another courtesy runner. The runner is courtesy of Jason Baird for State Senate, a conservative fighter for Berkeley and Jefferson counties.
So Kinsler and Cienfuegos ran into each other on the ball right back to the pitcher. Generally, the shortstop comes across, but Cienfuegos got there and caused some havoc for him and Kinsler run into each other, but able to get the throw off, just not in time across the diamond.
So Sanovich reaches base safely. Logan Wilt will run for him down there at first. Canby at the plate. 3-1 now. Jefferson on top. 2 outs. Canby looking to extend this inning. A swing and a miss for strike 2.
Canby, who can tie this game in one swing, has some career home runs here at this park. I've seen him swing the bat well. Seen him also can find the gaps in the corners here for
Horowitz. Is 0-2. Got him looking for strike 3. And we head to the 7th. Jefferson 3. Martinsburg 1. It's West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009 or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here as we reach the top of the 7th inning. Carson Boober's night is done. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, 96 pitches, 58 for strikes. Faced 28 batters. Coming in is Isaiah Morris. Back to Nick with the play-by-play.
Yeah, Morris working the other night against Hedgesville as we welcome you back. Jefferson leading 3-1 at the top of the 7th. Looking for some insurance runs here for the Cougars. After a solid outing from Carson Boober, stepping up in a big situation against the #1 team in the state. Only allowed 2 earned runs, had 7 strikeouts, but his night is over, and a veteran in Morris coming in.
I forgot to read the read.
That's your literal job while you come back, and I didn't even notice it.
It was brought to you by Pitching Change is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too.
It's your one shining moment, Spencer, during the broadcast, and you failed.
I did. Failed under pressure.
It happens sometimes as Riley Morgan takes this one for a ball. 1-0 count. Morgan leading things off here for the Cougars. Begin this 7th inning. Morgan checked into the ball game for the injured Hefner after his first at-bat, and he takes this one for strike 1. So far, he's walked and struck out in the ball game. Horowitz on deck, and that one misses outside for ball number 3.
Yeah, Morris doesn't want to put Morgan on here with the heart of the lineup coming up for Jefferson. It's going to be tough enough to get those guys out, let alone get them out while you're in the stretch with the base runners.
Morgan has good speed. He takes that one for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So yeah, definitely not a situation where you never want to lead off walk, but especially with Morgan's speed and Horowitz due up. The 3-2 pitch. Got him looking for strike 3. Great job by Isaiah Morris to work his way back and work for that strikeout on Riley Morgan.
Yeah. Nice job there. You know, to come in and challenge him there and come in hard and in on him.
Horowitz had the RBI single back in the 1st inning to score Connor Bailey after his leadoff single and get Jefferson on the board first in this ball game. Since then, he's flown out twice, and he gets ahead here, 1 ball, no strikes. 3-1 Jefferson lead. The pitch to Horowitz just misses for ball 2. So Isaiah Morris, the big left-hander, trying to keep this deficit at 2 for the Bulldogs before the bottom of the 7th, and he hits the zone there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Morris, another guy giving Martinsburg some pitching depth here. Throwing the ball well over the plate, coming from the left side.
The 2-1 is outside for ball 3.
Jefferson seen, right-handed Boober all night, and his form and his approach to how he gets hitters out. Now he has a whole different look with it. Morris.
That one fouled away. Full count now, 3-2 on Griffin Horowitz. Womnitz standing in the on-deck circle.
You have to tip your cap to Boober for what he did on that mound, and also to freshman Oviedo, the freshman sophomore, both came in against the number 1 team in the state and did really well.
Horowitz draws the walk on the full count pitch. So runner on first. Jefferson looking for that insurance run with just a 2-run lead over Martinsburg, the number 5 team in the state of West Virginia at the AAA level. Jefferson, number 1 ranked team.
Metro News in the house, all the way down come from Morgantown, I assume, and get some film for their nightly newscast.
Pitch in there, first one to Womnitz, got him looking for strike 1. 3-1 count, or 3-1 score. Jefferson on top of Martinsburg, top of the 7th inning. The 0-1 count is a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Womnitz wanted that pitch.
Yeah.
But good movement on it from Isaiah Morris.
Up a little bit. Looked big to Womnitz, and he took they call a daddy hack at that one.
0-2 count. Horowitz leading off of first base, 1 away in the inning. Fouled away.
Womnitz not taking much off his swing with an 0-2. Shortened it up a bit. He's looking down. Coach John Lowry kind of telling him to, hey, shorten it up. Stay on plane here. Let's just get the ball in play. No lift. Keep the bat in the zone as long as possible.
Pair of arms warming in the Jefferson bullpen as they'll try to close this one out and get the save in the 7th. As that one misses, it looked like a very early release from Isaiah Morris on that pitch.
Also, too, if Horowitz comes back out and finishes this thing, both those guys get a good bullpen in, during the games that you couldn't practice much today. Helps keep your staff, give it depth, give it opportunities to throw, keep those arms loose, get your bullpens in as well.
1-2, 1 away, popped foul by Womnitz, who's continued to battle after getting down 0-2 and making Morris work. 17 pitches so far in the inning and just 1 out for Morris. Able to close out that game against Hedgesville on Friday. To help Martinsburg get the win. The pitch here, a breaking ball popped up into center field. Camby is under it, and he'll make the play for out number 2.
Camby makes the play right underneath of it. 2 hands camped under it. When the ball's to his left or right, gets good breaks. Just a very reliable center fielder out there. We've seen a little new defense against Hedgesville. Martinsburg had a couple errors out there, some communication errors, and Camby back out there again taking control. Not much has gotten down out there tonight.
So Sammy Roberts coming to the plate. 1 for 1, hit by pitch twice in this ball game. And Roberts takes that one for strike 1. So he's found a way to get on base all 3 times he's made a plate appearance. And standing on first still is Horowitz. Not probably a threat to run. An 0-1 count. Pitch from Morris. Nice pitch, but a little bit low for ball 1.
Sanovich tried to bring it up and kind of lift it, get his thumb underneath of it. As for the coaches out there, he tried to get his thumb underneath of it and pull it up just in the, as he received it, and just didn't get the call there, a little low.
1-1 count, 2 outs in the inning. Morris, the lefty, gets that strike on the inside part of the plate.
Sanovich didn't have to do anything with that one but catch it. It was in the heart of the plate, nice and low at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, 3-1 lead for Jefferson. Top of the 7th inning. The pitch from Morris, fouled, hit hard down that first base line, but Roberts sends it foul.
Good time to go there. 2 outs. Got 2-run lead, 2 strikes on the batter. If it's around the zones, Roberts is going to take a hack at it. Makes contact. It's a hit and run. If he doesn't, or it's a ball, it's an opportunity to get a runner in scoring position.
Roberts at the plate. Breaking ball misses outside. Never really came back across.
It's like Riley Morgan and Ethan Hall down there warming.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 count.
Seen Morgan,
2 outs.
Seen them both in the Spring Mills game.
2 away. Horwitz leads off first. 3-1 lead for Jefferson. Top of the 7th, pitch inside for a ball. Sammy Roberts being patient. Continuing to make Morris work out there on the mound.
3-2, 2 outs. Horwitz is going to move on the pitch. You hear Coach Bowler saying, hey, he's going to look to shoot 3 on a base hit. Look for Coach Lowry's yelling over, make sure he goes to the plate. Don't take off early.
3-2, 2 away. Morris's pitch is fouled off again by Sammy Roberts. Roberts continuing to work hard.
The longer this at bat goes.
Yeah, more pitches you see, more likely to get a hit. Big gap for Roberts if he goes the opposite way in between center and right.
Yeah, Paulson's given up some gap there, and so is Canby. He's moved a little left center. Paulson's moved a little right line.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. They tag him out on the drop third strike, so the deficit will stay at just 2 for Martinsburg when we head to the bottom of the 7th. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Jefferson 3, Martinsburg 1. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis. Happy to have you with us. Bulldogs coming to the plate as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning. John Alderton along with Colin McLaughlin on camera tonight, and Avery Newport back in the studio. You'll hear from him on the scoreboard show. And we'll see if this ball game gets extended or not.
Or we have a walk-off.
Yeah, it's also a possibility.
Or it goes to the 11th. Well, it go 8 or 9 last time, didn't it? 9, I believe.
(3-1) lead for Jefferson. Clement 1 for 3, Sifford 1 for 3, and Morris 1 for 1. Due up, so all guys that have gotten hits in this ball game as Clement takes the first pitch for a strike. And Clement also, of course, the leadoff hitter. He singled last time up.
Not happy with the strike call, but he's going to have to refocus, get in there and do a job here and get on base.
The 0-1 from Horowitz, and he chases that one, or at least timed it poorly. Might have been a strike anyways. It did look like it did maybe
Coach
catch
Ballard
the
wants to talk to him. Calling time. Going to talk to Hudson, saying, "Hey, put the ball on the ground. Use that speed. Defense is back a little bit. You can't help us by striking out. You can't help us by getting emotional here, losing your head. Let's refocus. We just need you on base. Get you on base. Get the tying run to the plate. Make things happen. Lead this team, with positive energy here."
0-2 count on Hudson Clement. 3-1 Jefferson lead.
Baseball and football are just two totally different games when it comes to emotions.
The pitch to Clement, got him looking for strike 3, right down the middle. Clement disagreeing with the umpire.
A little up out there, possibly. I can't umpire, of course, but 0-2 count. Certainly hittable pitch.
It's just really not his night either. 1 for 4 2Ks.
Next pitch to Sifford is outside for ball 1. Landon Sifford tonight. Strikeout twice and a single.
Sifford needs to get something going here and extend this inning. Like I say, all it takes is one guy on base to get the tying run to the plate.
Horowitz gets the outside corner, lower outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Landon Sifford. Next pitch from Horowitz is fouled back into the netting.
Sifford's got a base hit sandwiched in between 2 strikeouts here. So strikeout, base hit, strikeout. He's due for the base hit here. I was saying the game is so different than football, where your motions can help you, go hit stronger, hit harder, run faster.
1-2, hit hard up the middle. Going to be a tough play, and Kinsler can't get to it. It's a 1-out single for Landon Sifford. And now the tying run coming to the plate in Isaiah Morris.
There it is. But anyway, with that baseball-football analogy, baseball, as you get emotional and you get your heart racing and all, it hurts you, whereas in football it can give you that extra edge. So, Hudson is going to play football, but still a great baseball player. Just needs to refocus that energy at times, on the baseball field.
Pitch to Morris, hit hard up the middle. Kinsler steps on the bag for 1 at second, throws to first, and Jefferson sweeps the regular season against Martinsburg, winning 3-1 over the Bulldogs. Improve the Cougars now to 13-1 on the season, and Martinsburg falls to 11-3. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will begin the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
They only give up 5 hits, struck out 10, and they just give their team a chance to win. That's all you can ask for. You're pitching every night, and Jefferson is getting that at the moment.
And for Martinsburg, it was a great outing for the sophomore Carson Buber. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. A few of those walks were intentional. And Isaiah Morris pitched well as well. 1 inning, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So Martinsburg as a team strikes out Jefferson 9 times in what is the second pitching duel between these two teams this season. In a pretty similar game. The first game was 2-1 Jefferson in extra innings. Tonight's game 3-1 Jefferson in regulation. But pitching was the story. We thought maybe hitting would be the story based on how the offense has been playing and some guys that aren't necessarily used to this kind of game, but the pitchers stepped up and both of them gave their teams chances to win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it certainly showed there's more depth from on both of these staffs as Martinsburg, has found another starter, maybe, a 2-3 guy, depending on, Paulson's health, but certainly a guy who showed he can be a toe-to-toe with the number 1 team in the state. Coach Ballard couldn't be more ecstatic, and Darnecki, the pitching coach, as to, what they found in Boober. Is going to be a name that you hear for years to come. As far as Jefferson goes, they can put quality starters on the mound night after night, game after game. Their depth each year is something that gets them that rating, that ranking, and helps them to do really well in sectional time, because you have to have depth. The sectionals, you can't just have one pitcher. You can't be a one or two trick pony, as Martinsburg and Washington found out last year with Paulson and Edwards. Martinsburg and then Washington kind of hurt and had some guys had to go back to back in a short rest with Stottlemyre. Jefferson able to capitalize there. So pitching duel made a little bit of a liar out of us, especially me, who I thought for sure there'd be a lot of plays in the field, but the only errors in the field were on pickoff attempts. So the game was played pretty clean.
And we will kind of give you the game summary here. The game started with the Bailey single to get him on base, and an RBI from Griffin Horowitz puts the Cougars on the board early, 1-0 at the end of the first inning. No runs in the second inning, but in the third, Jefferson strikes again with another run coming across to score to take a 2-0 lead, and then the two teams just continued to pitch well, and no runs scored in the 4th, 5th until the 6th, when Jefferson scored a run and Martinsburg scores a run, and the 7th, no runs come across the score. So 3 runs for the Cougars on 5 hits, and no errors for Jefferson. That's big tonight. And Martinsburg, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. As it looks like Spencer now has head coach John Lowry Sr., and we will send it down to him now.
We're down here with Coach Lowry after a big EPAC win, a big win over Martinsburg, sweeps them this year, and it seemed like just you guys are able to get timely runs and take advantage of just kind of miscues by Martinsburg tonight.
Well, the 1 run in the first inning in a game in which not many runs are going to be scored is certainly big. We were fortunate there, able to, we had the first and third there, and had a guy could run on third base, knowing that if they threw, we might have a chance to beat a relay throw back to the plate. So that was a second run that we were able to steal, so to speak. And then you got to give Kellen Kinsler credit. I mean, that was a beautiful squeeze bunt he laid down, a safety squeeze he laid down there in that 5th inning, 6th inning, whatever it was. And you got to give Daquan credit. He pitched really well. And then, of course, Finn comes in and does what Finn does, and gets outs there at the end of the game. It was we had a chance to turn a double play there in the 6th inning. We might have been able to keep them off the board, but those are the things that happen in a high school game. But again, it was a good win. You can feel the spirit between the two schools. Sometimes it gets a little bit to the egregious side, but overall, good night, good win. We got to get ready again to play tomorrow night.
It's a rivalry. That's definitely what's going to happen. But you brought up Shipe, obviously great night for him tonight, and just kind of continuing to do what he's done throughout this whole season so far, and bringing Horowitz in, doing what he does as well, not having to go to the bullpen there in that 7th inning. How much does that help you guys going forward? You guys got some big games this week.
Well, depth of pitching is what it's all about in high school, especially when you play 32 games. Obviously, we've thrown 11 different players this year. And, I think we do have some depth in pitching. We have some guys who can go out there and throw strikes and give us an opportunity to stay in games, especially in games in which maybe we can score a few more runs than what we scored tonight. But, we're concerned about Sam Hefner. That's the 2nd game in a row in which he's hit a ball and collapsed at the plate as a result of his knee. So we're going to get him checked out tomorrow. He along with Connor, are 2 catchers. And, that's a crucial position back there. So we had some other guys step up tonight, and overall good win, and we'll get ready to play again tomorrow.
Yeah, you bring up tomorrow, big game against Hedgesville tomorrow. They got to win tonight, bounce back from their game against Martinsburg. Obviously, this EPAC, obviously, such a tight race, obviously, every year. And what does it mean for these kind of games going into next week where you'll be down in Myrtle Beach? You got to get big wins this week before next week.
Well, you're right. I mean, we like to play. Obviously, the priority or the focus is your sectional games or your sectional games. And then, then obviously some of those sectional games involve EPAC games, but this is not a sectional game for us, but it is an EPAC game, and it's Martinsburg. Before Jefferson split, it was always Martinsburg-Jefferson seemed to be the rivalry, and now with the advent of Washington's program, it becomes Jefferson-Washington, Jefferson-Martinsburg. If you give us a couple teams, they have that kind of rivalry. I just don't like to see it when it gets out of hand and the intent, it just kind of gets overblown. I mean, it's a high school baseball game, and the kids are supposed to want to have some feeling and emotion about it, but it can't get to the out of bounds stage, and that concerns me at times.
All right, well, Coach, congrats on the win tonight. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Spencer. Unfortunately, Colin's camera died, so we had to kind of adjust on the fly there, and we didn't get to see Spencer and Coach Lowry. But like we said earlier, Tripp, we really don't want to see Spencer.
Yeah, we did want to see Coach Lowry though, and if anybody's listening to that, they heard him talk about some spirited rivalry there, and during the handshaking there was some exchanges there between a few players. Apparently, we see one of the Jefferson players kind of get held back and in high emotion there, but we weren't quite sure what had happened there as we were looking at our paperwork and things, but as we looked up, so there's certainly some animosity there. I'm not sure why, but that's what he was speaking about. Nothing major has happened. If anyone's wondering, just some high spirits here. But anyway, back to the baseball game, like you said, it concerns him. I'm sure they'll take care of it and address it at this point. But it just happens, like I said earlier. This baseball is a different game than basketball and football and some other sports where your emotions get the best of you, and you can't catch up, just by trying harder. The game has to come to you, whereas those other sports sometimes you can take the game, or the basketball has a run where you can get some energy and momentum. In football, you can hit a guy, and here it's just very, very. You have to keep your emotions under control and let the game come to you, and that's hard for some guys to do, especially 16, 17, 18-year-old men full of young men and full of testosterone and emotion.
Yeah, baseball is definitely a sport where the emotion can hurt you more so than help you, as opposed to other sports.
Right.
But before we got to Coach Lowry, we had our game summary brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get you the game stats and player of the game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Safdar Akbar, Emergency Medicine. Physician's Assistant Misty Hunsader, Interventional Radiology. Nurse Practitioner Elena Diggs, Urgent Care. Physician's Assistant Catherine Lee, Emergency Medicine. Psychiatrist David Marks, Family Medicine, Psychology. And Physician's Assistant Stephanie Mabey, Neurology. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Postgame show to P.O. Faulkner Park. We'll now get into our game stats. We'll begin with the victorious Jefferson Cougars. Bailey goes 1 for 3 in this ball game, scores a run and draws a walk. Hefner 0 for 1, Morgan 0 for 2 in relief of Hefner, who went down with that injury. Hopefully everything okay with him. Griffin Horwitz goes 1 for 3 with the RBI in the first inning. Lobnitz goes 1 for 3 with a run scored. Roberts 1 for 2 of a strikeout. Shipe 0 for 3 at the plate. Noah Carter 0 for 1. He comes out for Pavanale, who goes 1 for 2. Cienfuegos scored a run, and Kinsler picked up that RBI on the sacrifice bunt that Coach was talking about just a few moments ago. And on the mound, Daquan Shipe, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Griffin Horwitz, 2 2/3, 1 hit, 1 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. For Martinsburg, Hudson Clement goes 1 for 4, strikes out twice. Landon Siffer 2 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Isaiah Morris 1 for 2, 2 walks. Edwards 0 for 3. Buber 2 for 2, 1 walk. Lupus was 0 for 2. Paulson 0 for 2. Asanovich 0 for 3. Canby 0 for 3. And that totals up for 6 hits for the Bulldogs on 25 at-bats. Buber 6 innings on the mound, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 walks, 7 Ks. And Morris, 1 inning of work for him, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. And those were your game stats. Brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. And Tripp, who is your player of the game tonight?
I mean, can you give it to the losing team?
Not typically.
Not typically, because Carson Buber is just really, there's a couple of things about Carson Buber that he hit the ball, 2 solid base hits and threw a whale of a gem against a, number 1 team in the state. But also on Friday, he didn't have his best game. He wasn't himself on Saturday at Hedgeville. So to come back and to be able to reset himself and do this is huge. But unfortunately, we're going to, he played well enough. And certainly could have been the player of the game. Should be given it to on that side. But Daquan Shipe's going to take it on the Jefferson side. He threw 4 1/3 shutout baseball, kept Martinsburg off the base paths. Only 1 walk, and I believe that was intentional. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure it was an intentional walk. So did a great job there. And then the strategy by Jefferson, certainly, with the first and third stealing the run there, and then the squeeze play, and just a beautiful bump by Kinsler, give them the opportunity. So it's all-around team victory for Jefferson. Great game by Buber, but our player of the game is Daquan Shipe with his shutout performance here tonight.
Yep, Shipe getting the win tonight for Jefferson. Cougars win it 3-1, now 13-1 on the season. Martinsburg now 11-3, and that is our WVU Medicine player of the game. WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers leading healthcare here and everywhere. So that pretty much does it for us. We will have tomorrow. We'll be right back here at Martinsburg for Martinsburg against Washington. The Patriots, the 7th-ranked team in the state, but did lose tonight to the Musselman Applemen. Still should be a great ball game. And once again, your final score, Jefferson 3, Martinsburg 1, for Colin McLaughlin, John Alderton, Tripp Tobin, Spencer Dupuis. I'm Nick Verzolini. Avery Newport's back in the studio. Stay tuned for him with the Modern Reality Results postgame scoreboard show after this. This has been West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the Talk Radio WRNR studios here for the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Go to modernrealtyresults.com for more. My name is Avery Newport here on the post-game scoreboard show. As you just saw, Jefferson on the road getting the win over rival Martinsburg 3-1 there at P.O. Faulkner Park. Jefferson, the number one team in the state, currently winning that one on the road. Big win for the Cougars. Some other scores from the EPAC this evening. Musselman pulling off an upset win over Washington 5-3 was the final score in that one. And Hedgesville was the other EPAC team in action this evening. They were on the road against Williamsport, and they won that one in a big way. 12-3 was the final. Hedgesville getting the win on the road there. And some other scores now from around the national circuit. Let's see what else is going on here. In Major League Baseball, we will update you on some scores here. Games currently going on in MLB right now. The Athletics on the road in Tampa. They lead the undefeated Rays 13-2. That game is almost over in the bottom of the ninth inning. So a large, almost certainly should be a win there for the A's in Tampa. Some other games in action. The Mets and the Phillies are tied at 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And in the AL East now, the Blue Jays are leading the Yankees on the road in Yankee Stadium 3-0. Only 2 hits so far for the Bronx Bombers. That game is in the top of the 8th. The Nationals. We are a Nationals affiliate here on Talk Radio WRNR. They have a 5-1 lead over the Atlanta Braves at the end of the 6th inning. They are on the road in that one. Josh Bell has gone 1 for 3 with an RBI so far for the Nats. Going around now to Minnesota, the Twins at home. They're leading the Seattle Mariners at the bottom of the 6th, 4-0. Just 1 hit so far for Seattle in that game. Now let's take a look at some final scores from games earlier today. The Guardians on the road, they go to Kansas City and beat the Royals 10-7 in an AL Central clash. The Baltimore Orioles get their first win of the 2022 campaign, 2-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers. The Colorado Rockies beat the Texas Rangers 6-4 in 10 innings on the road there in Texas. The Detroit Tigers even their record up at 2-2 on the year, beating the Boston Red Sox 3-1 earlier today. And then a couple games that have yet to start this evening. The Marlins and the Angels just getting underway there in L.A. in the top of the first inning. And at 9:45, the Padres and the Giants will do battle over on the Bay in San Francisco. Once again, that game is scheduled to start at 9:45. And the St. Louis Cardinals and Pittsburgh Pirates game has been postponed today. Their makeup date is scheduled for June 14th. So that is a roundup of all your Major League Baseball scores going on today. Now let's switch gears and go to the NHL. In hockey world, the Winnipeg Jets on the road, they take down the Canadiens 4-2, and that is the only game going on in hockey today. And those are really all the major scores for you. Of course, no NBA because the regular season has concluded. The play-in games will start tomorrow in the association. Now let's take a look real quickly at some upcoming games tomorrow in the EPAC right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. You can see Washington travel to Martinsburg to take on the Bulldogs. Of course, both teams losing today. Washington lost earlier today, and you just saw Jefferson take down the Dogs on the road. Some other EPAC teams in action tomorrow. The Hedgesville Eagles will travel to Jefferson to take on the #1 ranked Cougars. And Spring Mills will travel to Hampshire County in a road matchup. Berkeley Springs will travel to Musselman. Musselman got the upset win over Washington today, 5-3. So those are your scores from both the EPAC and from the national circuit. Once again, my name is Avery Newport. Thank you all so much for watching tonight's broadcast of EPAC Baseball. Right here again tomorrow, we will have another EPAC matchup for you, Washington at Martinsburg. Pregame will start at 6:40 with first pitch scheduled for 7. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We will see you all tomorrow at 7 for the start of Washington and Martinsburg.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Modern Realty Results, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.